Elliott, he gave Elliott 2 weeks. That was longer than I thought he was going to give him.
That's true.
Peter Rosenberg?
Tell us the reason why you really hate each other.
And I think that he keep trying to beat that dead horse of late night TV because that was the dream growing up.
Everything that we're saying is from the word of Hassan Campbell, actually.
This video is probably one of the worst beatings that has been caught
on
since
camera.
like Rodney King.
But honestly, if Math was here, I'd tell him to, whatever you got to do to get out of this battle, do it. And tonight, I'm going to fill up on the city unite. And I know, but I don't want to be right.
A public toilet seat can have over 200,000. This is what is colony-forming units of bacteria.
I can't get this fat booty bitch off my goddamn YouTube
Yeah, I was
feed.
going to ask you about this. I'm not going to lie to you.
Beatbox on beat lips and beat tips on beat lips.
How to offend each race and nationality. That's the value you're getting out of this Patreon episode.
Then Danny literally got on the video is like, yo, I've tried to acquiesce to your needs so many times.
Right.
But this talk at the end saying that we're the puppets.
When some people use it, it's like, are you jealous that we were the ones that he picked to flex on niggas
That's
with?
what it sounds like
You
a
know
lot
what
of
I'm saying? It's Twitter space ruining the Joe Budden podcast.
Everybody else cares about Joe more than we do. Even
God
this
damn,
guy.
yeah. That blackity black shit to get you canceled out here.
Nigga, he gonna be sitting on this couch with us. Oonga boonga people, welcome back to another installment of the Homeroom University podcast. You see, this is important. This is the podcast about your favorite podcast.
Yes.
I'm your classmate tone group.
J-Nose.
AJ the Menace.
White man behind the boards.
Yeah.
F-Mac on the keyboards.
That's me.
Yes, we are back in the building. Please do your due diligence, like the video, subscribe, all that good stuff. Make sure you put your office hours part near the end of the show. Granted, we're about to break the rules, but usually part near the end of the show, answer your questions about us, other podcasts, things of that nature.
Yeah.
Send the audio ones too if you want to be a part of the show audibly. I mean, it's on YouTube too, but if you want to hear people, if you want people to hear you, leave your question, DM it to the Menace Material page, any of the pages, but mainly the Menace Material page. Send it over there, do the voice note thing, and then we'll play it live on the show instead of reading it the screenshot.
It'll be like you a podcast host.
Pretty much, yeah. You'll
For
be
a couple
kind of
seconds.
like honorary couple second member or whatever.
And we won't say your
maybe-
name or
Yeah, if it's like private, if it's a private one that you want like advice, some life shit,
No.
just put in there that we won't say
like
who you
text. Yeah, just put.
are. Matter of fact, let's start solving y'all problems. Leave
Oh,
us.
hell no, man. These episodes going to be 5 hours. And that's supposed to be the ending segment.
Dude, send that shit to what's the Three Oaks called?
Treehouse.
Treehouse questions?
Yeah, treetop questions.
Tree time questions?
Yeah.
Solving niggas' life
Yeah,
problems.
solve your lives in the
Oh my
in the
God.
forest.
But nah, if
I
y'all
want
do
to
have some funny
hear
life
some of
problems,
y'all problems. I want to hear some of the homeroom listeners'
you
problems.
genuinely think they're gonna send us their problem?
If these niggas is on spaces going in like this, you could send it to the DM, nigga. Like, you want somebody to hear it, nigga. You know
Say
what I'm
if
saying?
you're on Spaces and
Right.
spilling beans somewhere else.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, put your problems in there. We'll help guide your issues, you know?
But regardless, we help people with things. We answer questions, so just leave it for us, and we're gonna answer it. For
We keep you informed with the best research on the planet.
Uh-huh.
I mean, do y'all want to start with Elliott? I think we should start with Elliott and Charla just because we already kind of got it queued up.
All right.
The old niggas are still going at it, and it's picking up steam.
Goodness, it's happening.
I'm not going to say nothing. I just want to see how it affects the views.
Yeah.
He's trying something. It's picking up steam.
Yeah.
Let's see. That might be like 1,000 more niggas that enjoy this.
Okay, so Elliott Wilson and Charlamagne the God are continuing their feud. Last week, Charlamagne took some shots at Elliott. Elliott did his thing, which is like posted 100 times on his Twitter and Instagram and all that. Charlamagne doubled back on the most recent episode of Ego Trip. And this time, because apparently like Elliott did an appearance at Hennessy and Heineken's Bag Fuel.
Yeah.
And he was pretty much saying like the issue that he had with what Charlamagne said the previous week was he didn't tell me why I don't deserve to be at number 5. Because like in the episode before when Charlamagne was bringing it up, he was like, I don't think he should be there. And that was it. And then he started taking like other shots in terms of like, I don't want to be no 50-year-old streamer beefing with Kai.
Big ass head.
It was more outside of that, but he did not go into detail. So on the episode of Ego Trip, which is the Brent Idiots episode, the most recent one, he gave the full detailed explanation of why he did not think he deserved to be at number 5 on the list. And he did a couple things. I mean, we should probably just jump right into it. It's kind of long. Before we do, let's jump into it.
Wallow and Gilly, constantly putting out fantastic content.
Yeah.
You know, interviewing all of the young artists. All of the young artists, like I said last week, want to go to Wallow and Gilly. Wallow and Gilly be giving them that OG game. Nori with Drink Champs, constantly giving you great hip hop content. Vlad TV, constantly giving you great hip hop content. I don't think that you should be over any of those guys. Number 5, I don't think you should be over Gabe P. Like I said on the podcast last week, Gabe P is somebody who comes out with a show, you know, on the radar that is a rap show. It's literally about the best. The people go up there and freestyle.
So let me just
that is
understand,
rap.
as an outsider to this. Can you be awarded a rap or hip hop media award if you don't have a platform?
That's the other thing. You don't even have a consistent platform, my
But
brother.
does he have a platform? I don't know.
He does, but he don't use it. Rap Radar.
Rap Radar was, I thought it was really good.
Like
Like
the last time you seen a Rap Radar in it?
I remember the.
I don't know if that was a fair point.
Yeah, I don't. That point to me doesn't hold any weight, but it's not. But at the same time, he's just kind of asking in general. You know what I mean?
He's just kind of shooting. But
Yeah,
even
yeah.
with like the example he brought up of Gabe,
Yeah.
on the radar isn't his like platform.
Is that a part of something like bigger?
It probably
Or is that
is.
just like straight YouTube? I own this 100%.
You know what I mean? One of the days on it, like probably, who knows? But for the most part,
One of days.
the same example, yeah, it was just a bad argument because the Gabe niggas on the same type of wave.
It's a lot of niggas who don't technically have platforms. I don't know. It was just, I think he was just shooting shit on that. You know what I'm saying? Just asking questions.
And
Even though Charlamagne did like go into that point where he was like, yeah, that's another thing. You don't have a platform. I don't know. Because I mean,
does he?
does who have a platform?
Elliott.
Not an active one.
Not, like, and that kind of matters, especially if you're gonna be top 5. You don't have an active platform. So what did you do?
Oh, well, in context of that, then yeah, okay, yeah. In context of just top 5, I was talking about the list in general, though. That's what I was thinking. Because there's other people on there that don't
you don't
have
have to have a platform to be on the. Okay,
Yeah,
I get
yeah.
it.
So, but
if you don't have a platform, then you don't have like a, what does 𝔓𝔦𝔑 do? A fucking
DJ.
A DJ set. Like what do you do?
Yeah, like every venue's your
Other
platform.
than do 2-word tweets.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't. Yeah, and then it's like Kai's on Twitch, so it's like Twitch is his platform. You know what I mean? It's the niggas that are only on YouTube, like the on the radar.
It's a weird game.
Yeah, so I don't know. Platform is weird because it almost feels like they try to put the heaviness on it in terms of like, did you build your own platform? But it did, I don't know.
I don't think he mean my fault, but I don't think he means it like that. I think it's just more of like platform is a loose term for like what is your show? What is your
where do we go to
blog?
see you every time?
What is your
Right.
launching point? Not necessarily like you own a network.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's like he might be talking about like an overarching theme of just like, well, people go to you.
Yeah.
You know
where,
what I mean?
where do we find you?
X.
Yeah, where do we find you
Yeah.
pretty much? Yeah.
I mean,
Probably the
nigga
easiest
be
place to
outside,
find
so you might see him at your local Kroger's or wherever old niggas shop. Where
Well,
old
you'll
niggas shop?
see Elliott in the club probably.
No, yeah, see him in the club.
You'll see him in the club.
But Charlamagne did say, I'm just not 100% sure where this minute marker is. He did say, like, you know, he transitioned it back into dissing once he got his point across of like articulating why he shouldn't be number 5. He started dissing him again.
I think he is enjoying this.
Yeah, he is. It's just like how do you just feel about them going back and forth? Honestly, I was getting like beef fatigue just because it was like they were like teasing it. It was like they were throwing shots at each other for over the last year to where it was like now that they're actually playing ball, I was like, I don't think I care now. You know what I'm saying?
And then also, it might be one
That's
of those.
how it felt to me.
It might just be one of those things like, nigga, just tell us the reason why you really hate each other.
Right.
Like, don't make something that's not nothing. Essentially,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
I think that might be all it is.
this list might be a microcosm of like the overarching problem that they have with each other.
I can say
but
for
it's just,
sure why Elliott don't fuck with him, because there's a moment in here when Charlamagne said that Elliott brought him Rap Radar and was trying to get it on Black Effect. And his exact words, I think, were, yeah, we didn't want that shit. And I was like, that's why you don't ask niggas for nothing. You know, right there. You know what I'm saying? Just like that right there, bruh, to be able to even have that as a shot that you can go to.
Elliott was trying to
That's
get
why
it
you
on.
keep that. That's why you don't ask niggas for shit because stuff like that happens. You know what I'm saying?
Elliott was trying to get it on rap. The Black Effect.
He was, yeah.
And why didn't he take it?
He said I didn't want that shit.
Quote.
Charlamagne.
Right? Yeah, like I
It
didn't want
was
that
shit.
Yeah. So yes. So and that's another thing. It's like Charlamagne has complimented Rap Radar. He's complimented Elliott, I guess.
But it's not a
And
real
he said,
compliment.
and he said that he respects the brand of Rap Radar. But how much? Because if you respected the brand of Rap Radar, why wouldn't you want it? You
It's
know
not
what I mean?
It's not a real compliment.
Well,
Everybody just
yeah.
respects Elliott because he's essentially grandfathered in, and that's where a lot of his respect come from. But other than that, like as far as you know, at least for me and Tone, the young niggas,
Right.
It's just-
No, I'm in that too.
yeah, I was about to say,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
nigga, it's just.
No, you not.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Compared to Elliott,
That you try to hop in this young boat, nigga.
I was about to say,
What the
nigga.
fuck is you doing? Go
Yeah,
get
any
nigga.
more space on that young nigga boat, man?
Hell no.
Oh, nigga. You fucking geezer.
about to say,
Who
yeah.
invited this guy?
Yeah, you grease ball. But nah,
I think we also assuming that there was some type of relationship between them before. You know what I mean? I think this is one of them situations to where it's just like you a player in the game.
Oh no, I don't think they ever. I don't assume that because I don't ever remember them having like. I feel like we see pretty visibly who Charlamagne has relationships with. You know what I mean? So to me, I never looked at them ever as like, oh, they linking back up again. You know what I'm saying? Like I never had that vibe.
So the fact that like there's no real relationship is really easy to go from like loosely respecting something because it's never done nothing that you didn't like,
Right.
to like just turning that shit off.
To just fuck them.
You're
Just
like,
fuck
oh,
'em.
fuck them niggas and paying.
Right.
yeah, it's just
There's nothing tethering you to it.
Yes. I wouldn't even know like who I could compare it to like with us. But just another nigga doing what we do that like we aren't talking to. We're not
Or what about like
They're
a,
not-
I
we're
wouldn't
not
say
kin
I
to
wouldn't say I
them.
respect somebody's podcast brand or podcast and not sign them though.
nah, those
I
are,
would never say.
those
I
are
just-
two different things.
But I don't know. I just wouldn't say it.
Charlemagne had to have been lying because he signed Big Sloth or Bad Business. You know what I mean? It's either one or the other.
Big Sloth fooled a lot of people early on. But
He did fool a lot of people.
Res-
He had a wool over a lot of people's eyes.
A lot of people.
and respecting something doesn't mean that you want to invest in it. Low,
There's no- yeah.
you say you respect it when you don't want to invest in it. Well, I respect that. I see what you got going on over there, but you know, just keep it over there.
Oh, so you basically that's like, hey, what's up, big bro?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Right,
But
right.
he's
How you doing,
5'4".
boss
Yeah.
man? Yeah, what's good, man?
Yeah.
So that means so then he might have never fucked with it then. The Rap Radar then.
Or like, I don't know. It just be shit to where like your grandfather didn't, like you said, so there's like a loose amount of inherited respect. And you
Right.
also haven't done anything I didn't like. There's a lot of people in your life that you're just waiting to hate because you don't already love them.
Oh, yeah, basically, yeah, like you have to do
That just sparked the idea.
That's just sparked something.
That just
'cause I was
sparked
about to
it,
say,
right.
he ain't feeling me. F Mac ain't feeling me.
but nah, you do have to have like
Some niggas you
What's
just
the
don't
worst-
like though for sure.
what's the worst thing Elliott has done? If we Google that, what comes up?
Look at his
Elliott's,
haircut. Look-
Elliott's bad business.
Maybe what he told his barber to get this.
that's his race though. What is Elliott, by the way?
I think
Is he
just light
East
skinned.
Asian?
What?
that's funny.
He does look.
Let's run with that.
He
Yeah,
does look East Asian.
Them niggas East Asian.
He's from East Asia.
Not even South Asian. South Asians though.
At least, come on, man.
He don't really
what,
got.
what did you Google?
I just googled
Elliott-
Elliott Willis scandal.
Scandal. You trying to
Like,
find
he
the
Trying
worst
to
thing
find
he's
something
ever
like
done?
I was trying to find something bad.
No, the thing is, he's.
Oh my God, he went to Big Sloth.
Yeah, it looks that way.
But
No,
there you
Look
go.
at that shit.
I don't know if he did. Oh, this is 6 days ago.
Is he there? Is that in person?
No, I think he's
go back,
talking
go back,
about
go back.
this.
The first one.
Oh, this one right here. I didn't even see that. Might be.
God, look at this nigga. Stop changing your studio, nigga.
Yeah.
What is the brand? It's what the fuck?
Wasn't he on like some Looney Tunes shit before?
Yes.
Now
'cause-
he's out of this world. Now he's an extraterrestrial.
Nah, why do I feel like Loon still wears truck fit? Like he seems like that type of
He
nigga.
definitely
Like,
does.
Bro, it definitely feels like his spread is getting worse. Like way more subscribers, less likes.
man, this droopy face nigga.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
Yeah, fuck Sloth. All right. Yes. Let's go back over to the audio because there's a moment when Charlamagne
hope so.
takes another dick. Oh, yeah. We need to get into Peter Rosenberg.
What'd you say?
Because
What did you just say?
I know it sounded like you said Charlamagne took another.
Dig.
Oh,
Ooh, let's get into Peter
when you say that
Rosenberg.
shit so fast, it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
what,
that was crazy.
what are you talking about?
Oh, it's not a crazy.
Another
okay.
one.
It's like, ooh,
Good God.
You wanna go
Charlamagne's
to the
not
second?
full yet.
42.
Ew.
Hit play real quick. See if they're still talking about the platform. No. Right where you're at. Yeah.
Okay, 10-4.
Razor or something like that, where it's basically like when someone does something bad to you, don't chalk it up to malice. Chalk it up to
Yeah,
I'm gonna fuck this up. Maybe you can go.
Everybody kind of just acknowledged that one going nowhere. Even Schultz.
Is it hard? I don't know if one of y'all niggas was the question or whatever the term is, but is it hard to respect a nigga that hasn't done a lot of wrong?
No.
Is
Like-
it hard to respect a nigga
That hasn't done a lot of wrong, like
Well,
doing.
Go ahead.
You know what I mean? Like you get the point though.
I was about to say, like, I don't. If you haven't done a lot of harm, I'm not just gonna assume you're a good person. If that's what you mean,
Yes.
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like just
Right.
because you haven't
'Cause
done
just might not have
anything
been
wrong,
caught in the shit that you did do.
you
wrong.
might not have been caught, or you might not be like just bold enough to do what you actually want to do. So you're not harmless because you really mean no harm. You're harmless because you're scared to be harmful.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
You're not a
I
nice
see what you're
person.
saying.
You're just
Yeah.
kind of too pussy to be mean.
Right.
It's just interesting.
Them
I'm
type
just,
of niggas use voodoo dolls and shit.
yeah.
Make a little pin cushion of somebody's face.
All this, yeah, say a shit.
This nigga got aliens in his back.
But it is,
goofy ass nigga.
yeah.
It's crazy, dog. Big Sloth is off the chain, dog. Go ahead.
That really perplexed me.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, whoa, what happened to the branding?
All his studio sets be looking like 13-year-old rooms, bedrooms.
They're just
Yeah.
crazy. What is happening over there? All right.
He has
go
a
ahead.
childish imagination,
Yeah.
though. But now I'm just trying to figure out where all this hate between these two good brothers come from.
Yeah, man. I mean, I just don't believe the whole this just kicked up a year ago. This feels like some 10-year-old shit.
And-
Charlamagne did text me. Like I said, he'll text me if something's wrong. And the dick riding academics thing that ChatGPT pulled up
It was apparently false.
was apparently false. But he feels more. He transitioned to a scooter in this episode. So in 2024, it's a scooter. You know what I'm saying? So it's like. It
And
just
Elliott-
seems on brand still. Even though you're telling me that's not what it is, it feels on brand still.
Maybe that's why ChatGPT said that. It was like, this is something Charlamagne would say.
Yeah. Maybe this is really close to the way that he has spoken about him.
And he's the only one I feel like, granted, Charlemagne's really, you know, like you said, digging in on him.
Yeah,
But
he's digging in for sure.
Charlamagne even brought up the point of like Big Boy and all the older people that are, you know.
Ooh, that was another shot because he said, "I did not put you with them legends."
Oh, he said that?
He said that.
But I thought he was like, there needs to be another list, like a complete separate list for like,
Yeah,
you know,
he said that last
old
time too,
niggas,
yeah.
essentially.
Or we just gotta usher into the era of like they're on the Mount Rushmore, so they're not gonna be competing in the new sweepstakes.
But did y'all hear him say like he made sure that I'm not putting you with them? Did y'all hear that part?
I'm not mad at it.
Yeah. I'm not either. But
I'm mad
just-
at it. See, the thing is, who else from the Prince world that was a legend gets talked about like Elliott?
from the Prince.
Yeah, because that's
Yes.
the bulk of what his career was, right?
Oh,
It
yeah, I
was
can't
in
remember-
written word.
Yeah, when I was watching Academic Stream, he broke it down really well because he was pretty much saying he's a legend in print, in journalism. Like,
Yeah.
if there was a
Yeah.
journalism hip hop Rushmore, 100%. But his transition from paper to personality has not been
Yeah.
the same. But a lot of that, like a lot of the, I don't want to use the word, I was going to use the word clout, but there's another word for it. But a lot of that did transition into it, which keeps your personality at a base level because you have so many people from the writing,
Yeah.
legendary.
get some
That
booze.
social
Yeah,
status
yeah,
works.
your social status,
That social
essentially,
status
yeah.
definitely transfers over.
That's social
Probably
status.
it probably
Drowning.
transferred over a lot more than even what he thought. You know what I mean?
Possibly.
Ah,
Well, it kind of helped too because he was annoying niggas around the blog era too. So
But
Yeah.
and my overall point was nobody else from that world is getting talked about like Elliott. So the
bro,
fact
I'm gonna be real. I don't know another fucking journalist at
It
all.
is not
at
even
all,
real.
bro. I'm just on some journalism shit. I don't even know who else we would give that title to. At least like from that era, that's like even making any sort of noise right now.
I know a couple sexy meteorologists.
Oh, maybe Star.
a journalist?
Star used to write, so that is one. I don't know if he was legendary for writing though. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, he might have been, but we also know that his legend is more so in what he did in the spoken word.
Yeah, on the radio.
You know more about
yeah.
him talking shit than you know his articles.
Right.
But that's why I wouldn't even put him on that.
Vlad. Yeah, it's like, I don't know.
Elliott isn't a legendary
this
media
name.
personality. He's a legendary media
Oh, I know
figure.
this nigga.
Yeah, I've heard this name. A few
Torre?
times. Yeah.
Yo, where was he at? BET or MTV?
MTV,
neither.
I think. Or
He
VH1.
was somewhere important.
I do remember seeing him a lot though, growing up.
Yeah, that face.
And I think I like him more than Elliott now.
Oh wait, Hip Hop 50. Go to that article right there. Hip Hop Journalism Titans, 50 influential. Oh my God, what if Elliott's not on this list? Elliott, woo,
That'd
nigga, if you're
probably
not on
make
this
your day.
list,
At
just
least-
Control F this. Search Elliott
Yeah,
Wilson.
yeah.
Yeah, we need to get to it immediately. Or not Control F, Command F.
Command S, yeah.
Yo, real journalists have the most unrecognizable faces.
Yeah,
ever.
I don't.
Yeah, he's there.
Thank
He's
God, nigga.
What? Okay.
Yeah, he's there.
What is
If
he
you-
placed?
Yeah, I don't. It doesn't seem
It
like
doesn't say
they're
numbers,
ranked.
yeah.
Yeah, it
No
doesn't seem
rank.
like they're ranked. They're just in there. Boy, if you weren't on here, nigga, I was gonna send you this on some petty shit. Like, get at these niggas.
Nigga, he would have reposted it.
Yeah, get at these niggas.
Call your lawyers, nigga.
Yeah, I really don't recognize a lot of these people.
I don't either.
Yeah, none they behind
Him
except
for
for him.
sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
Torre for
Torre.
sure.
The only people we recognize are the people that were in front of a camera,
Pretty. Yo,
It's like-
us. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Yeah.
for the most part.
Writer, music journalist, critical cultural critic, podcaster, and television personality. He's a co-host of the TV show The Cycle on MSNBC. He was also a contributor of MSNBC's The 𝙿𝙾𝚃𝚃 Radigan. Whoa. And the host of Fuse Hip Hop Show and On the Record. You know what? We have to get rid of the whole
Fuse.
we have to get
Fuse
rid of
was the channel.
We have to get rid of the whole on the record, off the record. All that has to go from now on. Nobody can start anything new and have anything about being on or off the record as the title of their show. I am sick of this shit. This was, what year was that? This was like 2005 and shit. Like, why are we still using this?
What about without the record? That sucks too.
That's the last one, and that one don't even flow. But I'm so sick of
And
hearing.
you better license that shit before this.
Yeah, I'm tired of hearing that shit.
You just don't like the record.
Yeah, it's just like just that playing on the record, off the record thing. You know what I
Said
mean?
the
It's
record
hack.
scratched
Yeah,
up
it's
now.
hack as fuck. Yeah, it's extremely hack as a show title. I'm tired of all variations.
It's true.
Man,
I'm
fuck
done.
the record.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm done with that. Please
might
stop
be a good
using
one.
that.
That might be a good one.
Yeah, fuck the
Fuck
record.
the record might be a good one.
It needs to be a young
That's
nigga
AJ's
show.
next album.
It needs to be a young nigga show.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, let's get into something that I thought was very interesting. Outside of the other people that are entering into the fold. Oh yeah, let's hear this shot. Yeah, when he's this is it's an unnecessary shot, but this lets you know how
Unnecessary.
invested he is into taking shots at Elliott.
Will go to when they need immediacy, and they need reaction.
Well, this was Elliott just using academics' dick as a scooter, because you know, like I always say, dick. I
Interesting.
always say dicks are the worst form of transportation.
Yes.
Right? This is
Because
when
mine can only get you like 4 inches where
this is when people thought me.
the
and
worst is when you make a little dick joke and it bombs, bro. I wish I bombed with a big dick joke. All right, let me try with it. It can only get you.
That's funny.
You really don't like that nigga to hit him with that type of bar. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel.
Yeah, to say that,
Like I don't.
you
fuck-
ride dick just to get somewhere.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
don't fuck with this nigga at all,
That's
bro.
aggressive.
At all, dog.
Yeah.
Now there is another one. We have to cover. Peter Rosenberg took shots. Other people have entered into the fold. Gilly from the Gilly and Wallow podcast.
Why?
He pretty much is just saying his biggest thing is that he's sick of being compared to other podcasters. Because he says we do boxing, we do other things essentially outside of podcasting.
Oh, it's that
And
whole.
and he was just, it's not, how much can we talk about that? He literally just doesn't want to be mentioned and compared like all I do is podcasting.
he doesn't want to be marginalized. He doesn't want to be seen with the other niggas.
essentially.
Okay.
Put it in a box.
That is true though, because he's the only nigga that you'll see just on the big three, just hooping. That happened to me this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is the thing. It's like,
Still podcast.
He has
know,
other
just-
ventures.
but to just like jump out and
But he
just make
got
a whole
all of
video
that.
about it. It's like,
It's hard to not paint a nigga as that when you got everything
That's
like
the
the big
foundation.
three
Yeah.
from podcasting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're
And you
always going to
still
be
eating
attached
from
to what we view as like your foundation, kind of. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like, if you're a rap, like 50 Cent is a rapper, right? But he's done so much in TV that he'll still be on a rapper. Imagine, even though he's like, his TV
producer.
transition and production transition is so vast, you could only know 50 Cent for what he's done, what the shows that he's put out. Easily. Like, you could only know him for that. And then he gets put on a top 10 or top 50 most influential rappers, and he's like, I don't want to be compared to these niggas because I have a successful career. You know what I mean? It's just like, well, what's the point, nigga? Like, it's just, I don't understand why I'm even getting worked up over this, you know?
Yeah.
A nigga like Gilly is living in like his 5th favorite dream right now.
Yeah.
You know, like he used to be a hooper nigga, then he was a rapper nigga.
Yep.
And now he's in his 50s and he's doing his podcast and shit. But he's looking back at like the other, I don't know why I gave him 50. You think he's 50?
He's
About
like,
50
I think so.
He's
yeah,
at least
I think
45.
so. I think
Alright.
so. Yeah.
He's looking back
45 to 50.
He's
sure.
looking back at the past 5 decades like, nigga, I've only been talking on mics for this amount of time, but I've done all this
Damn.
other cool shit.
Sorry, Gilly.
Yeah, damn, Gilly.
That ain't real.
Hey, drink more water, nigga.
40 years old.
Holy shit.
That can't
Well,
be
that
real.
does make sense. How old is Lil
Yo,
Wayne?
is it not
How old is
crazy
Lil
that
Wayne?
Meek
Lil
Mill
Wayne
is
is older than him though.
Is it not crazy that Meek Mill is 37?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
is kind of
41.
crazy that they're only 3 years apart.
Just to see that. It
That's
feels like they grew up in
crazy.
2 different Phillies.
Yeah, and Drake is 37. What the fuck?
It does.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yo,
Future, Future
Gilly
and
was such
Gilly
an
the
old.
same age?
That goes to show you how
Yeah, we really didn't know Future until he was about 30.
Yeah.
32. Yeah, like we really found out. Same with 2 Chainz. 2 Chainz is probably up
Yeah,
there.
2 Chainz old.
Don't
'Cause-
disrespect Titty Boy. See, that's that shit that Gilly be talking about.
Yeah.
Niggas got a whole legacy right
See?
before.
But that's
Get
I'm
it
just
all.
saying, like mainstream. So they were successful
Yeah.
like on a smaller level, but like we really knew about these niggas when they were like they got cracking for real at 35 type shit. You know?
It's the new 40. Hey,
And
so that
same
means
with-
y'all still got a chance.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah,
Actually,
especially
for
with 2 Chainz, for
Same
sure.
with Moneybag Yo, not Moneybag Yo, sorry, Yo Gotti. Down in the DM was his first
real
number one, like real.
He's
yeah.
had like some club
He's been
hits,
popping
though, but
forever.
It's Yo
You know,
Gotti.
yeah,
Some
for like
Coke
forever.
classics.
Like
Yeah.
he's had the South on lock forever. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But like nationally, down in the DM.
Yeah, no.
And that nigga was like 40 when that came out.
And that's
Oh,
a
yeah.
ridiculous song.
It really is, bro.
Exactly.
Compared to like the other classes that he has that like the streets know on his mixtape and shit like that. All right, so let's make this its own segment. The whole let's make this its own segment. Outside of other people that have entered into the fold in the Elliott and the Charlamagne the God beef, Peter Rosenberg has popped out and spoke on
His Groundhog Day.
low key. So he popped it. I don't know what show this came off of. Elliott pretty much ripped it and put it on his Twitter. And I'm not gonna lie, Rosenberg has some shots. But the only thing about Rosenberg, you know, I've said this before, man. I like Rosenberg, but
He gets scared of his own shadow.
he can't go toe to toe with these niggas. You know what I'm saying? It's just
Oh, he's scared to stand tall or something?
I like Rosenberg, but every time
He's not combative.
one of my other favorites go at him, I'd be like, oh, God damn it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Why?
Just because they always cook him so efficiently. It hurts. You know what I'm saying? Like when Schultz roasted him, I was like, damn. You know what I'm saying? I've just heard so many people roast when academics did it. It's like, damn. You know what I'm saying? So,
Peter?
yeah, bruh. Yeah, Peter Rosenberg.
I know, but like for Peter?
He reposted 3 Oak.
Yeah, 6 minutes ago he just reposted.
6 minutes
3-0.
ago, he reposted 3 Oak, nigga.
Damn, this nigga watches everything. Holy.
It's like we can't even hide. What'd you say there?
I don't know if you can hear it.
Yeah, let's hear it. Jesus. I was talking cash shit on this one.
All right.
It's like,
Oh, it's like free promotion out of it.
yeah, it's like you wanna get posted on Elliott Wilson, talk shit about it. But he gonna post you. It's like,
So you just was giving game out.
yeah,
That's what that is.
retweet that.
Yo, I don't even think Elliott realizes how much of a weak point he's showing.
And like it
Danny
too.
said the same shit on his podcast. He was like, all you gotta do is say something. He's probably clipping this right now.
Yeah.
You watch
This
Danny
is
be the one
crazy,
nigga to
Elliott.
not
You
get
watch
clipped.
everything. That's crazy. You on the 3 podcast land now too? Go to media.
Whoever that young lad calling them 2 T's is probably who's watching all this shit.
It's the Brea Idiots. Okay, no. Okay, first of all, this is crazy. Look at that 30-minute upload, bro. Go to the one before that, though.
But we can't
right here?
we can't do that
Yeah.
because we can't do that. That's his job.
That's true.
That's his job.
Okay.
We
Yeah,
can't
fair
make fun
point.
of a nigga for, you know what I'm
For
saying?
being a journalist? This
being a
journalist?
You can go full screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see no article.
Because it looks that way. There's no more articles.
So the beginning of this audio is going to be Bray Idiot's audio of the last week, the first disc. Skip to Peter Rosenberg. Let's just skip to Peter Rosenberg.
Yeah, that's what matters
How
most.
far?
Yeah.
You know how far in it is?
Maybe 10, 20 seconds.
All right.
Just click so you can see.
Beefing
No,
with
no, no, no,
streamers.
Oh, you talking about? He
Yeah,
actually
just click. Yeah. Okay, yeah, go back a little bit.
He kind of looks like the white version of you.
Relevant. No.
That's definitely a shot at Elliott. And listen, Elliott, Charlemagne, you definitely get your opportunities to do things because the Daily Show has given this guy 30 chances. This guy's never getting that job. If you were to watch a Charlemagne episode
That's funny.
and then watch a Jordan Klepper episode, you'd be like, all right, one guy's the guy who knows how to do this, and one guy is doing a perpetual fucking tryout. Every show he's done has sucked. None of it works. He keeps getting shots. So yeah, you do transcend. Why are you hating on Elliott? Because he still cares about it. You're not a real hip hop commenter anyway. No one ever respected Charlemagne's taste on music. You could say whatever you want about Elliott Wilson. You're not going to question that he cares about it and knows shit about it. You're still having young artists come on and try to embarrass them on camera. You're doing that same shit at 50 years old. Be super happy that you're high on the complex hip hop media list. That's where it's ending for you, bro. It ain't ending with a fucking Emmy. Because the next time you get a big show, guess what? Everyone's going to remember shit and you're going to lose it again.
No, I didn't see that, but
Yeah, I didn't see
nah,
this.
I saw that.
I mean, he was taking some he was tugging at his heartstrings.
He was.
But then when you look at the face that is saying that shit to you, I'd be like, nigga, all right.
Yeah.
I'll
So-
die just being better than you and just have you talk shit over here.
Right. So yeah, just in terms of just like quality crash out, that was high quality. I thought it was good.
Crash out. This is not a crash
Well,
out.
not a crash out, but just
we gonna kill that word, and it's gonna be our fault.
it's not gonna be our fault.
It's gonna be our fault.
gonna be our
It's gonna be your fault. Yeah, you're right.
It's ours turning
It's gonna be
yours.
your
No, it's not. It's not gonna be. It's gonna be everybody's fault.
Put a
and
Y
then
on
we'll
that,
find a new
nigga.
word that we'll put in YouTube titles.
We gotta have harsh definitions.
No, we don't.
We do.
Okay, for conversation, yes. YouTube titles, no.
Well,
Yeah,
that's different. Well, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, that's different. But yeah,
Fuck it.
he did bring some. He was talking about the Tyler thing, I think. When he said,
You
Young
disrespect
artists.
your guests and
yeah,
young artists
disrespecting
don't
your
wanna-
guest still at 50 years old or whatever like
Yeah.
that. And
Was-
then
Was that disrespectful? Didn't we cover that?
we did.
Yeah, we did cover that.
We did.
okay.
We did. Well,
Uh,
he just,
Peter is a lot more corporate than Charlemagne, right?
no. Equal.
Equal.
Was Peter?
I don't know.
He
If
was-
he's saying what Charlemagne did to Tyler's disrespect, he's probably more corporate.
Well, what I mean, how are you trying to use corporate? I don't get what
I'm trying to use corporate as in boss said this.
Yeah, who's
and you
bought out
did
more?
and you did this. You get what I mean? Like the boss said don't ask her questions.
Okay, so then he's more corporate then.
You get what I mean?
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And that changes everything.
Whose mass are you listening to?
Because this is a corporate nigga we're talking about.
Yeah.
And we have to use corporate thinking.
They do shit like that at Hot 97. The famous one was Ebro asking Kodak Black about his grape cases and Kodak getting upset and walking off. So it ain't
is
like
real.
But that's Ebro.
that is Ebro. I'm
That's
just
not
saying,
Peter.
yeah, that's but he's part of that show.
And
And he's not the one. Peter Rosenberg isn't the A. He's not the one He's not the one issuing most questions out anyway. You know.
But
So
we're-
he don't get no credit
Yeah.
for doing that. Then you know what I mean? Like we're not going.
And that's just, and honestly, just out of, that's not really his like thing either. You know, his is more of like just kicking it, having a good time kind of interview style.
Kinda corporate.
Yeah.
yeah,
like,
it's
kinda
corporate.
suit and
Because I
tie.
even watched shout out to Peter. I don't have anything against Peter. He did just do an interview with Makami. It was pretty good. It wasn't like a terrible
know who that
interviewer.
is.
Makami? Oh,
and you want to hop in a
he's
young boat.
he's the illest. But shout out to Makami. But
what is it?
It's a
he's a
person.
rapper.
Oh, he's a rapper.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's a rapper.
Okay.
oh, okay.
But it was a good interview. But I'm just trying to think like
I'm worried about the people that are going to respond. Those are some
What-
solid shots. That's all I'm gonna say. I think those are solid shots. The
Solid shots.
The
Yeah,
Daily
well,
Show
yeah.
shit was fucking hilarious,
were.
bruh. A perpetual tryout.
That's
Come on,
true.
bruh. That was a bar. Because I mean, I've had those criticisms for the Daily Show shit too. Charlamagne won't respond, but I hope Andrew don't respond. Nigga, that's gonna be a cook session for real. You know what I'm saying?
You
I
said
don't know.
better hope Andrew don't respond?
That's what I said. Yeah, you better hope so. I don't know who would shoot in Charlamagne's defense because the odds of him replying to this, I just don't see that shit happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't see Charlamagne responding to that.
I don't know.
Elliott.
It'd be kind of weird if Andrew said
Elliott, he
like,
gave Elliott 2 weeks. That was longer than I thought he was gonna give him.
That's true.
Peter Rosenberg.
Well, Schultz don't like
Peter
that nigga.
Rosenberg kind of hard to be mean to, though. He's got one of those faces.
People have no problem being mean to Peter
Everybody's
Rosenberg.
mean
He
to
has
him.
one of those faces to be mean to. If you're that type of person that don't like him.
Well, yeah, if you a bully for sure.
Yeah, like, yeah.
If you just
he's
wanna
the-
prey
he's the
on
perfect
something
victim.
weak, yeah, well,
he's
you
the
know.
it's a weaker target. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Sounds like he's getting tired of being the prey, though. He did send some
I was
funny
about to
ass
say,
shots.
this don't
He-
necessarily sound like a weak target.
but it always
Nigga
comes
sounds
off,
slimy
It
as
always
fuck.
comes off like that. I'm just saying, normally the clapbacks are normally so vicious. You'd be like, damn, I guess that wasn't enough. You know what I'm saying? That's how I just be feeling like,
Like, what'd he do to make them niggas jack?
right? Yeah, I just be feeling like that. Like, if I'm like a Peter Rosenberg stan where I'm like, I fuck with this nigga, I'm like, yeah, nigga, that was nice. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we up there. And
Got
then,
him.
And then when I hear the clapback, I be like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit just hurt, bro.
You got to clench your pearls.
It's watching somebody losing a battle that you wanted to win. You know,
Said
It's
he's
not
not a good counter puncher.
yeah. And
Damn
matchup wise,
shame.
it's not the same weight, especially just in terms of like on the mic performance. It's not the same weight.
It would be kinda
They're not.
weird
They're not
if-
in the same weight class.
Who, him and
Charlamagne,
Andrew?
Peter Rosenberg versus Charlamagne versus Andrew. They're just not in the same.
Shit, verse
weight.
F-Mac? No.
Yeah, they're just not in the same weight class. It's not. Honestly, Elliott Wilson on the microphone is not in the same weight class as Charlamagne. So like even like Charlamagne like going in on him for 2 weeks, this is an easy W. You know what I mean? In terms of like who we want to see spar it. That's why I was kind of getting burnt. That's why I was kind of getting like their beef was burnt out to me a little bit.
Yeah, because...
So when it finally started, I was like, oh shit, y'all are doing this? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm surprised you played him to 2 weeks, nigga. This is crazy. This is light work. You know what I'm saying? Like,
surprised Elliott didn't quit in training camp.
like Elliott's gonna keep going. Yeah, you know, like Elliott's gonna keep going. I'm surprised Charlamagne gave him 2 weeks. That was very surprising. I don't think he'll get the one mention. Somebody might take up arms for Charlamagne though.
Yeah.
So you don't think Charlamagne is going to directly respond to Peter Rosenberg? You think it'll be one of his lackeys?
Yeah, I don't think so.
I think that would be
Yeah.
weird if somebody else responds to Peter.
Because it would also be like, imagine those headlines.
It would be weird for Charlamagne. Because
Yeah,
at a
that's
certain
what-
point,
exactly,
like if
exactly.
you're a media mogul, you can't keep like it's a bad look.
Yeah,
It's a bad look to keep punching down on people.
And then there's a certain level of I don't even want my name in the article thumbnail with you, the article title. Like, I can't even imagine myself typing the clip. I'm gonna do it this week, obviously, but like next week if they play ball, Charlamagne violates Peter Rosenberg. That just feels crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't even.
You like Peter Rosenberg that much?
Wait.
Oh, you saying it's
I'm
crazy because earlier
talking-
you
if
were
I'm-
talking
if I'm
about defending
Charlamagne-
one of your heroes.
Right. I'm just talking about if I'm Charlamagne, I don't even want my name in the title with you. Outside of us just talking about you taking the shot at me.
Yeah.
You know, like the title next week being Charlamagne goes in on Pete. You don't even like. Why do I want that? Let that nigga come. You know,
Well,
type shit.
As a grown man, if I was Charlamagne, I would tell all
But
of
I
my
do like
friends.
Peter Rosenberg a lot. I like his content. I like Juan Epstein podcast. I am a fan of the Juan Epstein podcast.
I would tell all
Point
my
blank period,
friends
yeah.
to not talk.
Yeah, it's just what it is, you know.
You said that shit like you just announcing it officially.
Yeah, it's almost because when you say it, I feel like it's almost like Trump supporter shit, where it's like you fuck with Peter Rosenberg.
Like where you get that shit from?
Yeah, but hey, I like Juan Epstein. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying?
What'd you like about it?
It does. I don't know. It has some nostalgia for me because outside of Brilliant Idiots being my first podcast I listened to, Juan Epstein was my first. It was one of those in that first two for sure. And they had like years on Brilliant Idiots too, because them niggas was doing that shit way before Brilliant Idiots, you know? So like I was doing weekly Brilliant Idiots. I wasn't missing much catalog, but I was able to go back like 2-3 years on Juan Epstein. You know what I'm saying?
So this comes from a different place because I was thinking
Right.
it's a couple niggas I would listen to before Peter Rosenberg. I would listen to like Premium Pete.
I tried so many times
Before
during
Peter
that loudspeaker
Rosenberg.
and I couldn't do it.
Who else is white that podcast? I listen to Bootleg Kev, Joe Rogan. It's a lot of people I'm thinking of bald white dudes before Peter Rosenberg.
Bald white dudes.
regardless of what,
Yeah.
who it is. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, Messenger, but he did say some really strong things that had me on the
He
side.
said some things that need to be examined. I took notes.
Yeah,
I took
there's some
notes yesterday.
truth to it.
The Daily Show thing, that's some real shit. And there's
Some real shit.
his time period, Charlamagne's career with TV has always been shaky. You know what I'm saying? It's always been good excuses on why things
Don't work out.
end or don't work out, but it's been shaky. It's been shaky. Long story short.
Why do you think that is? You don't think he translates?
I don't think so either, because remember one of my things with the out of context, I was confused on why I didn't like why LL was so much more entertaining. Somebody in the comments said Charlamagne was using his TV personality in that out of context interview. I was like, oh, that kind of makes sense. Maybe I like on camera brilliant idiot Charlamagne, Breakfast Club energy Charlamagne, but like TV show energy Charlamagne or demeanor hasn't been never really been my favorite. And it did feel like in the out of context show, it was a mirror of that TV thing. Persona, yeah.
Who other than Charlamagne has tried to do this? Try to go from like, not necessarily
Radio to
saying that
TV.
Charlamagne is just internet famous because, you know,
Right.
Breakfast Club and all that.
Right.
But who went from like that podcast in this new age media landscape to trying to be a TV show host.
I mean, Wendy Williams set the blueprint, but I don't know outside of Wendy Williams.
And that's just the blue. I'm talking about
Steve
like
Harvey did radio after, right?
I'm not sure.
Well, he was
before.
stand up first.
I know he used to live in his car, so he was probably listening
Steve
to a lot
Harvey
of
did
radio.
it before. Before what?
If we're talking about that pathway of radio TV, right? Is that
Uh-huh.
what you're talking about?
Well, kind of in the context of like 2024. You get what I'm saying?
All right, so you're just saying
I feel like
somebody
he's
who was
the only
popping and
person
doing
trying.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Okay.
From
Yes.
this decade, from this era
Yes,
of like
yes.
internet media, I think he's the only person that's
From this
trying to
new
go back to
wave.
that old
Right.
old strategy. Of
He's the
like,
only one that actually cares. I feel like he's the only one that
Based on the
truly
attempts
cares.
that we see, it seems like he cares a lot
Yeah.
about having a strong daily TV or regular TV persona. or
Charlamagne
image.
wants to be known. Like he wants to be just.
I
bigger.
don't know why he's so dedicated to it, because it does seem like it's not working.
bro, it's one of those real specific dreams that a nigga has as a kid.
Yeah, and
it's one of
nobody,
those like
nobody
he,
can tell me to stop doing it
he
or
was
not
up.
do it.
He was up late night watching Fallon and shit. Or who the fuck was on at that time?
Who did he?
The
he,
nigga,
he would
who's the
bring
nigga
people
with
up.
the strong
Arsenio
chin?
Well, his
Arsenio Hall.
because he always brings up late night people.
He does.
I'm trying to think
Yeah.
of like these names though. Like
Arsenio Hall for sure. Let's just use Arsenio Hall. And then Wendy Williams, my first mentor, did the biggest radio to TV, daytime TV transition. We can use those two as the concrete, especially Wendy. So that could be something that he views as the top of the mountain still.
yeah, but he's the only person trying to get to that point,
Right. And
which
okay,
might go to show why the results are coming out the way they are.
yeah, and I talked about it a little bit on the 3-0 podcast, and when you look at it, you think about all the shows that he did. I don't think any of them did more than 2 seasons, except Guy Code. But
That's not even his show.
exactly, I don't know what exactly his like. He might have had more of a hand curating every show that never made it past 2 seasons before. But Guy Code, it was like he just was another person that threw ideas into the pot. But somebody that was there was somebody else that was the actual brains behind the entire thing, which is why that show was successful. So like all these attempts that we've seen post Guy Code could just be confirming over and over again you don't have that eye for what works on TV. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe. I
He's
get
just
what you're
trying
saying.
to take
I
a
think-
more traditional route.
Yeah.
And you can't take a traditional route anymore. Like it's different now. Like he has to find a new means of being popular.
like
Because
he-
I don't know, like I don't even know what his goal is. If it's just to be known or to be accepted. Like I don't know like what Charlamagne
To be accepted is funny.
be accepted, be validated.
You know what I mean?
Be validated by his peers in his space.
I think he wants to talk. I think he wants to be like one of the like perennial people that you go to talk to,
Right.
Or go to listen to when they have an opinion. And I think that he keep trying to beat that dead horse of late night TV because that was the dream growing up.
The Daily Show was considered late night, right? For sure.
Yeah, kinda.
Because it comes on late.
Kinda.
The
Does it?
Daily Show.
It's
It's a
not-
talk show,
it's a talk-
but you have
yeah.
late night talk shows. You got daytime talk shows like The View.
Have all his shows besides Guy Code been some sort of late night S? Uncommon Sense definitely was at night. Late night be like midnight though, don't
Late night is really specific.
It is.
I think
it
late
is
night
specific.
is midnight. Yeah,
Yeah, I feel like it's like 11 p.m. midnight type shit.
it's
What-
a
what-
coveted position to be a late night talk show host.
Yeah, what classifies as late night TV?
Daily Show looks like it does come on at 11.
Yeah, 11
p.m.
12.
Okay.
So that's technically late night.
I think tomorrow 125.
What time was Uncommon Sense coming on? Probably like 7 o'clock.
No, I think it was late. I think it was like 9 or 10.
But what is the point you're trying to make?
I'm trying to
That
figure
all
out.
it shows
I'm tr-
after a certain.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if the late night is a format that he's actually chasing, based on all the shows that he's had before, like Uncommon Sense. What was the one where he had that? What was the one before the pandemic? Where
The God's Honest Truth.
God's
Yeah,
Honest
yeah,
Truth.
yeah.
That was late night. That was like almost on some
I
news.
barely remember that shit.
It was late night esque.
It was. So
I don't know
like-
if it came on late night, and we keep throwing that fucking term.
And
out
why
there.
doesn't
That's
he
what he
just?
wants. Yeah,
why
yeah.
doesn't he just follow the
'Cause if
Trevor
it's-
Noah like
that's late night for sure.
career line path or whatever?
Well, because
You
he's
can,
not comedian.
that's like being a president.
Yeah,
Not
'cause
necessarily.
you gotta go to the
because
right
you can,
school.
You can just
Yeah.
tap in to everything that he's done. Like he probably has access
he's a
to the
stand-up
niggas.
comedian though.
He has access to the writers that Trevor Noah had because Trevor Noah wasn't writing all of his shit.
Well, this is the thing.
It's just not possible.
We've seen Charlamagne at the Daily Show a lot. The performance just ain't there.
Right.
It's just what it is. He has, of course, yes, he does have the same he has the same things that everybody else has. It's just not there. Jon Stewart, all of them are working in this. Charlamagne has talked about how much he enjoys how they have such that structure over there in terms of that entire team that's putting things together. So if all of them are getting essentially the same skill level team and people are performing better or worse within it, it is what it is.
I don't even know, like, who do you think his target audience is? Like Charlemagne.
It's older. It's 35 to 45. And
Niggas?
higher. It's more.
Higher
It's
than
more.
that, yeah.
It's all over the place now,
You think so?
for sure.
You think the average 20-year-old is worried about Charlemagne?
I said 35.
Maybe.
But you said it's all over the place.
I think it's all over the place depending on what format you see him in. So like his Breakfast Club demographic is going to be different than his political demographic. He's going to be different from his book club demographic.
The reason I asked that is because if you're trying to go,
that's why I think it's all over the place.
the reason I asked that is because if you're trying to go late night in these different means, like the target audience that's what's going to make the show. You know what I mean? Because it's like
Catering
how
to the
many
people who want
how
that.
many 20-year-olds is even watching late night TV? That's already like its own thing.
They
So
probably
you
are,
really
it's
have
just
to
a
break
Ghost
down
Swim.
who the fuck is like
Well,
even caring about Charlemagne.
Well,
in
us
general.
I'm not 20, but like me as a 30-year-old watching a late night show, I'm not watching it on TV. I'm watching the YouTube upload. So it's not even like I'm watching the YouTube upload.
Even
For
like
sure.
just marketability. Like when I think of Charlemagne, I don't even know what to pinpoint. Like I think of older black woman, but I don't even know if that's true. I think like whoever supports Kamala probably fuck with
he's
Charlemagne.
definitely got that.
Probably.
It's got
That's
that-
just my idea of it.
It's that 30. It's that. It's
But we
that-
kinda talking
it's
in
that
circles
35
right
to
now.
50.
35 to 50 years old.
Yeah.
And how many 35 and 50-year-olds are watching late night TV that are black?
Those are the main ones watching. If they are gonna watch, it's gonna be them.
It can't be enough.
It is enough because it works for everybody else, though, bro. That's what I'm just saying. Long story short, it just ain't working for this nigga. He don't got it. He don't have the TV
it's
thing
not
because it's
wo-
working for. Jon Stewart comes back. It's fire. It's fire.
everybody
like
else-
the fill-ins are going crazy.
When you say everybody else, I only think of Trevor Noah because he's the only black dude.
Trevor
Jon
Noah.
Stewart, you can't compare white men to like Charlemagne.
Why?
It's
Yeah, let's
different.
hear this.
What's different about them?
They're white.
There's a skill difference in terms of that format.
Skill in being white.
No.
I'm fucking around. But there is like I'm saying
okay,
like
I get what you're saying
comparing
now.
you're comparing Jon Stewart to Charlemagne. Like it's just
I'm not comparing them to the. I'm just saying.
when you say the statement, if it works for these guys
niggas,
and not this guy,
think
it's
it's
almost
working for-
saying like,
I'm saying
why
for everybody
can't
else. I
LeBron
just
do
threw
what
those two names
Kyrie
out there.
does? All right, well at least let me get a nigga point out before
Okay.
you retort, my nigga.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Fuck. At least that's like fuck the point. The point was
went over there.
yeah, somewhere,
grabbed that
nigga.
shit.
My
There,
bad,
what's
my bad.
up? But the point is, it's like you can't just say it works for this nigga. Why isn't it working for this nigga? Like it's two different players. Like you got to play with the game you've been given. You know what I'm saying? Like, not everybody's 6'8". It's not that easy to dunk, right, Lauren?
But I get what he's saying though. Like with a nigga like Jon Stewart, first of all, he became a legend on his own volition, and then didn't he pass the baton to Trevor Noah? Isn't that who held the reins? So then with Trevor Noah, first of all, Jon Stewart like hand selected Trevor. Like he was like, that's the guy for the job because it's a real specific thing.
And Jon Stewart was genius. But and real quick, Trevor Noah, like he has that Drake effect, which is like very marketable, light skin.
I don't want to. Okay, I wish I never brought those names up because those are two legends. So I'm not comparing him to them. I'm comparing them to all the fill-ins that they had.
So who are all the villains? Because they're not all good.
They had a shit ton of people.
Yeah, but
they
they're
even
not
had
all
fucking
good.
Jesus up there, bro.
They even had Jay Fair. I get what
they
you're
had
saying. They
Jay
had
Fair.
Jay
That's
Fair.
all I'm saying.
I get what you're saying, but even then, I mean,
And I'm using that as one instance, and then I'm also putting together the other instances from the other shows. That's all I'm doing. I'm just saying there's obviously a disconnect with this nigga in TV programming. That's all I'm saying. And maybe he just don't have the skill that translates to TV programming.
He don't deliver punchlines well enough.
Right.
okay.
That's it. Because if he did,
Yeah.
one of them would have made it past 2 seasons.
Yeah, probably.
And I think it's so much that goes into being marketable on TV to where it's like, if Charlamagne really wants to do this, he needs to just do it on his channel. Like that's the best means.
Which is, I think,
that's the only way.
The behind the scenes matters so much.
Like
there are people who are getting opportunities, not because they don't deserve them, but they just getting longer chances.
Like, bro, and my thing is with Charlamagne,
So you think he'll figure it out one day and get it down pat?
I don't think anybody's gonna successfully conquer TV in the future.
That sounds crazy.
I think Charlamagne.
I don't think it's happening.
Wait,
TV, cable.
what was your statement?
I heard what you. I'm just asking. He's just saying that he brought up the point that other people have gotten more shots. So I'm saying, so you think he'll figure it out one day? And he said, I don't think anybody is gonna conquer TV, which sounds insane.
AJ got you stomped.
Who? Me? Stumped? Where? How? Nah, TV is dying. Nigga, nobody's gonna conquer that shit in the next 10 to 15 years.
But no, Charlamagne.
You might, I think the next echelon, one of these streamers is gonna have like a real relevant live show that satisfy what the talk show used to do.
And it's gonna be dumbed down too, like a Keem
All right,
star.
so you're just trying to take it away from TV. So let's just take it away from TV. So let's just talk about content, even if you put it out on YouTube in that style. Just, do you think he'll conquer it and figure it out?
Do I think that he'll have a successful solo show?
Yes. Yeah, that's the best point. Yeah, that's honestly what it is. Honestly.
Yeah, I was about to say, because that's a specific question.
That's pretty much what it is. Yeah, because we're always talking about his solo ventures.
The answer is yes.
Yeah. It's gotta be the right way though. Like it has to be on the internet. Like I don't see anything. Or maybe if he got like a streaming deal to where he could have his own real setup.
And it has to
I
be
don't know.
him,
I
too.
think he just has to like stop holding on to what he liked that worked for other niggas. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
Like just
he has to strip away what he thinks works on TV.
Right.
Or not on TV, but in that format.
Like Trey Young can't just go out there and play like Bob Cowsey.
I wish I knew. I know Trey Young.
But listen to the name, Bob Cowsey.
Yeah, I
You're
don't
not
know
supposed to know who that is. That's the point.
Got you. Okay, okay.
Like,
because I'm like, I don't know what you're
Shout out
talking
Bob
about.
Cowsey. Bob Cowsey legend, but it's still Bob Cowsey.
Okay, I got you. Okay,
You know what I
okay.
mean?
Nah, I mean, like
I know Trey. I know Ice Trey Young.
we're supposed to have different moves.
Yeah, okay, got
The
you.
game evolved.
But nah, Charlamagne could definitely be big and when
I think he just needs to give us his podcast person. He needs to put a blend together of his podcast and his radio personality. Like
it's not that
and
easy.
just give that to us in a different, on his solo format.
It's not that easy for like where he's trying to go. You know what I mean?
I think, but what
Like,
we're
for
saying
where
is
he's
pretty
trying
much
to
he needs
go-
to strip where he's trying to go.
For where
That's
he's
what we're
trying
saying.
For where he's trying to go, he needs to like really double down on like being black. Like he needs to go. Like he needs to really
Go ahead.
double
I feel
down.
like he's done that already, but go ahead.
Nah, like
The Black Effect Podcast Network.
he has done that, but it's kind of like under the table.
What's his nonprofit
It's
name?
not
His
like
nonprofit is Blackity Black. It's like all his shit is like search it. What is Charlamagne's nonprofit?
But what is he saying about black issues? And that's what I mean.
Oh, you talking about him jumping out saying like?
I'm not
for black
saying he
people,
has to
listen
go to like the minister's level to like even like if you even say his name, your channel's getting taken down.
Right.
I'm saying maybe a diet version of that.
The diet version, a diet Umar, diet Farrakhan.
Possibly,
You think
because
they'll
that's
get
the
him
only
further?
way I see myself
Talk about a setback.
as like.
Niggas, when you get
he's gonna fall back.
that blackity black shit, to get you canceled out here.
Nigga, he
it'll
gonna be
get you
sitting on this
canceled,
couch
but
with
it'll
us.
get you some checks too. Especially
that check is not the same.
But you gotta.
Shit might not.
That's
clear.
why he has to play it right.
There's a
and I think Charlamagne is the
one's a
only
brown
person that
bag,
can
one's a
play it
cash
right.
wire. One's a brown bag and one's a wire transfer.
I get what you're saying.
I think Charlamagne has to be that guy that's able to bridge whatever
because
the
he can
minister
go,
was saying.
okay,
but
because he can
also
go into all
his
spaces.
message.
He needs to be that guy in all the spaces that he gets invited to.
I'm saying
It's
he gets
beyond that.
It's-
It's beyond
I'm
that.
saying
He's talking
the whole-
about what
the-
Charlamagne
this
is going to
whole-
represent.
This whole discussion is like Charlamagne basically potentially reaching the pinnacle, right? Or whatever, of TV and just fame, right? In order to do that, in my opinion, because he's not going to get a lot of white people that support him. It's like, look at him.
I don't think that's
It's like,
true.
Look at this nigga.
I think he has a big
Pull
white
up
fan
picture of
base.
This nigga.
He has
He
a
has a
huge
lot
one.
of white
Yeah.
people that respect him, but like, nigga, I respect Gary Owens. I'm not going to one of his comedy shows. It's a difference.
It's a lot of niggas that do. This is the
It's
thing
a
that
difference,
well,
though.
this is why
You chose the wrong white dude.
you did.
Yeah, but
This
you
is
get
the-
the-
I get what you're
the
saying, but the only reason
You're not black if you don't watch Gary
Yeah,
Young.
the
I'm
only
like-
reason that I don't subscribe to that sentiment that you're laying out at all is because when you it's fucking
Yo, why you don't try to sound smart to me, nigga?
I'm
Just
not.
talk
I'm trying to
regular.
articulate
Can't
myself.
even give you a slither of credit, nigga.
No, the reason I can't is because when you reach a certain
Niggas funny.
it's just
Double
The
because,
reason I refuse.
yeah,
I'm listening.
it's just because in general when you hit a certain point of fame and notoriety,
Yeah.
black people are only 13% of the country anyway.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like no matter what you do, whether you're a rapper, an actor, like when you have reached that peak and you're like the world knows you, majority of your people, your fan base is gonna be white people.
But you want to know the tricky part? I feel like in order to get to that point, all black people have to accept you. It's almost like at least 12% of niggas have to respect you in order for at least 50% of white people to want to know about you.
I don't believe that.
You know what I mean?
I don't agree with that either because there's people like there's niggas we don't like because white people accept them and we don't fuck with them. Candace Owens. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, you ain't seen Dave Chappelle's racial draft, nigga?
like there's like we don't claim that nigga. You know what I'm saying?
There's a couple
First
of
of all,
those.
Candace Owens, it's a lot of black people.
It is. I'm not saying Candace Owens in particular, but there's a
But I get what
there's
you're saying,
There's a lot of
but-
niggas that we don't claim
but
that white
even-
people love.
So what are you
Can
saying?
we honest?
Yeah.
We can't think of a name right now for a good reason of a nigga that white people claim.
the
Yes,
white
we
people
can.
love?
Even
black people
what's
don't
that,
really
what's
respect?
that burnt thumb looking nigga? White people
Jesse
don't even
Peterson.
like him.
Yeah, Jesse Lee
They
Peterson.
love him.
No,
They're the ones keeping him in
they
business.
they love him for
The wrong kind of
they
whites.
love him like
But
how
they love
they
him.
love him like how you love crash outs.
Yeah.
It's not a real love.
Yeah, it's not real love.
It's just like a
They wanna
like,
see him hurt
"Ah,
himself."
This is good. Like it's just it's that material, nigga. It's not real love.
It's really just a bunch of white niggas that be on like 4chan that's hearing a black dude say shit.
But that's a
about black
demographic
people.
of people.
But it's
Yeah,
the
but
love
they
is
don't pay
different.
for nothing.
But
4chan niggas?
No, them unfortunate niggas might
nah,
be
the
paying.
4chan niggas.
They're paying.
They apparently
They're
like
paying in crypto too.
apparently like they're the
want that?
real internet. Like everything that's on Twitter
Yeah.
it derives from 4chan, and it's probably 3 years
And like
old.
on some Reddit shit too. Like
But Reddit is
Reddit,
it's
like
4chan, Reddit, and then like
Yeah, I
other
think
shit.
4chan is the foundation for
Yeah.
sure. I never been on there though.
But I don't know, man. Charlamagne, I don't know. I want the nigga. I feel like he has to succeed in
It's just
something.
It's just at the point where like being the black
That was crazy. He
I'm
succeeded
fucking
in a
around.
lot, but yeah.
But it's just at the point where being like the black version of whatever was historical isn't gonna work no more. Like you really got to be on the cutting edge.
Yeah.
You got to be really showing like
needs a
what's
young-
what's new and what's cool.
But also, what's real though?
Same
Well,
shit.
It's what
Yeah,
you
same
said
thing.
that was real. He needs more improvisation in his whatever his show's gonna be. He
That's
can't
all,
have
yeah.
it fully scripted because he works well in something where there's some improv in there. And sometimes
sure, he flourishes
He
in that.
flourishes in that compared to like the scripted version.
But even he got a
No, you said that's just so motivational.
Yeah.
he has an out of context another episode dropping. He did
Yeah.
announce that on that Brilliant Idiots. So we'll see. Just because
Who rock him?
No, he didn't say who was going.
That's funny.
He didn't say who was going to be.
I thought it was a good guess.
Yeah.
Y'all laughing.
Yeah, no, but I don't know who's going to be. I hope it's somebody.
One of the Spice Girls.
I hope it's somebody completely not in hip hop or rap. Like that's what I do hope that, so that we can set the tone early that anybody could be here.
And it's not
You know
going
what
to
I
be
mean?
a nigga,
Like I like a fucking comedian now. You know what I mean? Just like just somebody different. You know,
but it
in a
needs to be
different field.
niggas like Don Juan, and that's the problem.
He does not need to interview.
He
Don
needs to
Juan.
interview Don
No,
Juan.
he doesn't.
He needs to talk.
Don
to
Juan
the
can go to
pimp.
the Adam Wack show or the Pimp McKen show.
I think. Don't
You ain't
try
even
to
mention Shark Tank
Yeah.
Because why would you go to the Sharp Tank?
Why did you go there?
unless you want to make them
Because it gets real. nigga.
Right? Like no,
Come
bro,
on,
hell,
man.
that is the worst place.
But Charlamagne does
what
have
was
the
that word that
experiences,
they was
right?
using for you? What was they saying that you was doing to niggas?
Gaslight.
Cooking them.
Cooking them. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
cooking
yeah.
them. You only
Yeah.
go to the Shark Tank to cook.
Pretty much, yeah.
But nah, man.
Come on
Charlamagne
to the
is
stream
gonna.
tonight, bro.
Charlamagne can
I'm
do
good.
it. He just got to do it himself.
That's not helping. I don't think.
He just
He
has
needs.
to
I
do
think
it
he needs a
himself.
different team.
You think that's the problem?
Yeah.
You
I think he needs a
you blame
different-
Taylor,
Yeah,
Angelo.
I don't know how much Angela, but it's the
Yeah, it seems like Angelo live in like West Virginia now. some
yeah,
shit.
the team that's helping him curate.
home, Alabama.
I think it's the team that's helping him curate the show. I think he needs to like maybe reach out to some of the people that do have successful shows and
What?
get their 2 cents. So like whatever team he's referring to, that's like this is the idea for the show, blah blah blah. Let's like go to like a younger version that's also successful and get some of their idea. You know,
Nah,
like
see, that's when niggas go wrong.
Nah, you're right, bro.
That's
He
where
need
old
like a
niggas
Mark
go wrong.
Gagnon on his squad. Like he just pull him from Schultz, like
Right.
something like that. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Like that'll
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that'll
yeah,
get
yeah.
him going.
Even if it's not, yeah, so, yeah, keep it in the house.
Yeah,
get
for
Schultz
sure.
to like, okay,
You
Schultz.
wanna
This is
know-
what we. I think this is a good idea for a show.
Whatever.
What do y'all think? You know, and have all them put their brains in. You
Because-
know, use more of your resources.
Whatever, like, it is what it is. Whatever that format is, I feel like that could work perfectly for Charlamagne. Just like a chill environment, but it's professional.
Ooh, that's a good one.
You know
We
what I
didn't
mean?
Bring up earlier when you were saying who's kind of making it on TV. That really is a TV format, and that did work.
TV format, but does that come out on TV?
It doesn't come out on TV.
That's what I'm saying. Like
I know,
literally
but,
coming
like,
out on TV.
Yeah, but like that format though, that could be. They could move it right over to a TV network, but that is
Because at the end of
I
the,
couldn't think of it earlier, but like that format does work still because
but yeah, I'm not
it's-
saying I was never saying the format of how it looks. I'm talking about where you getting it.
okay,
Where you getting it matters.
gotcha.
If it's on YouTube, it's a lot more accessible. It's on the internet. What's one of your illegal streaming websites?
I'm not telling you. I'm thinking
Whatever they are.
and I don't know any.
If you can get it there, then you can get it anywhere.
Nah,
Yeah.
for real though.
Let's move on because I don't want to keep harping on this. I do think look kind of does play into it a little bit though.
Oh, you think it's too ugly?
No. I think look in terms of what the show looks like visually. Like I think that does play into it because like when I do see if it is what it is was just on TV, like I didn't know you were in the YouTube app and I'm just like watching it play, I would think it would be on a TV station. It wouldn't be ridiculous for me to think, oh, this is on TV. What channel is this?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a
So
little
like
bit.
I do think visuals do your set design and visuals do play effect in terms of like when the God's Honest Truth, remember that layout? It's like, nigga, this is only on TV. I ain't never seen a podcast with this setup. You know what I mean? Like I've never seen a YouTube show. So I think look does play a role into it as well too.
It's everything, man. At the end of the day, it's just good work. If it's good work, people
Pretty
gonna
much.
come and buy.
That is the best way to
simple,
sum it up.
It's got to have pretty packaging too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You
You know,
know,
especially for
I watch Notorious, the pink tops. or
Let's
the
get
red
over
tops.
to
they both get stuck in your shoes.
let's get over to Myron and oh no, sorry. Hassan Campbell and Mav Hoffa have kind of been going back and forth at it.
Oh Jesus!
And I think so let me just throw this out there. There's a whole thing going on with Bimmy, Mav Hoffa, might be some telling allegations. I don't know. And this is not the platform to get that information from. Go to Zip with the Drip, go to one of them platforms, okay? But long story short, I think that's the crutch and that's like the foundation of this because there was talk of that on that episode where they were also exposing Champ.
Okay.
And then I think this is also transitioning over into
While we
Hassan-
talking about goofy niggas,
right, perfect. Hey, literally. You know what I'm saying? So
While we on the page of these goofballs,
exactly,
Yeah.
Hassan Campbell's, which is why we're at the Hassan Campbell thing now. So Hassan Campbell
This is amazing.
Does what he does. He goes on live and
2 trigger fingers in the thumbnail.
there's a couple things that he's kind of attacking. So he's attacking Math Hoffa because apparently there's a video of him brutalizing or beating up a chick, his baby mama or some woman in his life. Allegedly, yeah.
And this is a long beef. We might have to like. Do you vaguely know?
I don't know the history of their beef.
Basically, it was like so you know they've done.
Oh yeah, I do kind of generally. But
They've
go
done
ahead,
it
go
generally.
ahead.
They've done a lot of good work together. Millions of views, whatnot, whatever.
Right.
A lot of millions of views.
Because it came back up in this anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Got lots of money together.
Hassan essentially, he just had it like to where, I guess Math was saying some things about him getting touched and him doing things with
He was clowning the assault, him being assaulted.
him
as
being assaulted and touched.
Exactly. Yeah.
And this has been going on for a while.
Right.
And Math has been talking shit like, yo, Hassan, I don't need you. You ain't shit.
Right.
Whoop whoop whoop. And now we got to this point.
But apparently, yeah, because Hassan was bringing up the fact that apparently the foundation of him doing this content, just content in general, was built off the back of Math and Hassan Campbell collabs on his channel.
And so essentially,
Which I didn't know. We can go back and look. I guess the beginning of those. Oh, you know what? I do remember Hassan Campbell in them barber chairs.
And
Yeah,
that's
I do remember
why
that. I do remember. I forgot about
Hassan,
that.
When you first searched it up, a thumbnail came
Yeah,
up
a
with them
thumbnail.
niggas being copacetic.
it's
Gotcha,
basically
yeah.
Hassan's point, and I'll let you fucking. But Hassan was basically like, nigga, without me, it wouldn't be no you.
Yeah, facts.
Like he made that very evident. Like
He did. I think that's the first timestamp. So no. So without me, there's you. So we are gonna go there first. So this first timestamp is pretty much Hassan Campbell breaking down Math Hoffa and just pretty much telling him, nigga, you fell off. Because other people like that, Heineken and Esso, the bag fuel, they have 100,000 subscribers and they're doing the same numbers as you, and you're almost at 1 million. You can't even crack 1 million because you've been at that 1 million for a year. So that's what we're about to go at, him attacking just his work, about how bad he thinks his work is now.
yeah.
So yeah, that's what we're about to watch.
Of it is math, right? Here's the reality. My platform built you up to where you at right now. And the reason why you extending an olive branch talking about you won't take me to court if I come back to your platform is because you believe in me, my nigga. You want me to come back to your platform so that you could go viral with me on your platform so that you could reach the 1 million threshold. You trying to reach that 1 million mark and you at a standstill. And you're trying to use me. If you look at your videos right now, we go to the tail of the tapes right now. This is the most viral you've been since you punched Duke in the face and Duke punched you in the face. Nigga, your channel has been on a decline. Your channel, even with 1 million subscribers, Heineken and Esso ain't even got 100,000 subscribers yet. And they numbers is matching and passing your numbers right now. So Heineken and Esso, with your big ego, they are coming up. And you with 1 million subscribers are doing the same numbers as a platform with 100,000 subscribers, my nigga. And see, I got people taking credit for destroying my channel, putting bots on my channels and slowing down my views. Everybody see what my channel is being tampered with. But your channel is not being tampered with, Math.
Okay,
You're
pause.
falling off.
Y'all can click the video in the description
You're
for that
falling.
point right there.
You're falling.
Because him
off.
saying that his channel is not being tampered with by outside sources, possibly could be self-tampering. In the video in the description lays that out. Watch it. You know what I'm saying? So
you gonna link
like our video?
Oh, yeah.
Because it's like I
we
get
broke
what,
it down.
yeah, and I get what he's saying. He Hassan Campbell has had outside tampering issues to where niggas was really they were trying to get his YouTube channel deleted.
Yeah.
They were trying to get him
my
off.
God.
They were trying to get him off the
Everything in
platform.
his life
Oh.
has been getting diddled.
And a
Yeah,
big,
yeah. That's why he had taken a really long break at one point. And so when he did that, what was that, Christmas morning when he was in the Bronx River or whatever?
Yeah, with the hammer.
Yeah, like that was like
It was going wild.
that was kind of like him coming back from his break, low key, because he was gone for
His
a couple
psychotic
months.
break.
Yeah, pretty much.
And another thing, so Mav had got one of his videos flagged because apparently Mav was talking shit, and Hassan had made a reaction video basically dispelling all his lies.
Okay, gotcha.
And Mav sicked his lawyers on him. Got the video taken down, got a
Yes.
strike. And so this was another big reason why Hassan was just like, nigga, like, Like, nigga, I saw the video.
Literally.
And the way he described it made it sound like, yo, this video was horrifying.
When AJ said brutalized earlier, I was like, that's probably the perfect word.
No,
I got a timestamp. It's 27 minutes. Nigga, the nigga was like, Mav, are you serious?
I have it at 11 minutes.
AJ, he talked for an hour and a half.
He did.
But we could go to whatever time. Nigga.
Let's do this 11 minutes first, and then we'll go to 20. Wait, what did you say, 27?
It's like 27.
Okay, yeah, well, let's do this 11 minutes first, and then we'll go to 27.
Bitch that you arguing with that's playing shit on a computer
You can put
and
a
she
sign on the
instigating the beef. This is the same bitch that leaked the footage. She's the one that leaked the footage that's about to destroy you. But yet you sitting up there with her playing videos in the background. Meanwhile, she's sending videos to everybody else of her beat up, with her face beat up, my nigga. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. You want me to describe what you doing in the video? While you sitting up there, I'm about to say allegedly, just for you and your lawyers. I got the video, my nigga. What you trying to throw her in the hallway in her panties? What do you think those corporations is going to say when they see all those lacerations, all those bruises on her face, Math? And you screaming, I don't give a fuck. What you think will happen, Math? Inquiring minds want to know. And you talking about suing me, my nigga? What you should be talking about is figuring out how to stop that tape from hitting the internet. See, me, I'm not no type of person. I don't blackmail people or none of the rest of that. But you know what I mean? Niggas is talking. Those people are talking numbers. I got the tape. I seen the tape. They was trying to get me to buy the tape.
Okay,
I mean, we can have a conversation about it.
Yeah, apparently this tape has been going around for $2,000.
Right, yeah.
You can get this shit for a measly $2,000.
I heard 2,500. He was
you
just
got
throwing
upcharged,
prices out there, nigga. Yeah, he was trying to
You got
upcharge a nigga.
upsold
If that's pretty cheap.
for 2,000. Pretty cheap.
That is
I
pretty
mean,
cheap.
like if
That's
you
very cheap.
if you
If it's
bought
that
it,
graphic,
It's very cheap.
that's going everywhere.
it hasn't. It's not that
TMZ
cheap.
gonna pay more than that.
We still haven't seen it yet, so it can't be that cheap.
They're just trying to shop it to broke niggas. That's all.
No, that's the problem.
And yeah, that's the issue.
Are we gonna play the part where he was trying to defend the whole playing pretend shit? Did y'all see that?
Of course I did.
I found that shit incredibly insane.
I did too. Let's go to my favorite part, which is the talking about playing house, right?
Yeah, playing house.
Yeah. So let's just go to go to that 1747.
Now this is a double. This is what you call doubling down.
Yes.
This is exactly what this is.
When you're on camera in front of the whole goddamn world. I was dry humping. Dry humping. You know, when you ain't penetrating a girl, you humping on her and you get off in your jeans. I was dry humping. And you trying to criticize and the world trying to criticize me for that? Nah, I don't care what y'all feel about me. I'll do it again. If I could turn back time, I was being a kid and I'm going to always be a kid. I'll do it again. Are you not entertained? Y'all not going to sit up there and turn me into a bad guy for being a kid, but not going to give me credit for the children that I'm raising now, for the job that I'm doing now, for the commitment that I'm raising now. I went to your show to bring awareness to child abuse, to bring awareness, and you turned it into a weapon against me. You a filthy, dirty, rotten scoundrel. And if people could see this video of what you did to that girl, my nigga, nobody would believe you was innocent, my nigga. Nobody would believe you. Because the reality...
What time step it
It's so much passion.
47.
Go to like 1610. Because there was another part of this that was funny as shit. But what you about
Yeah,
to-
because I'm just saying this video has to be terrible.
This video is probably one of the worst beatings
Yo,
that has been caught
on
since
camera.
like Rodney King.
Yeah.
And it's probably
for
not
real.
even real.
Nah,
It's probably AI. Why that shit be fake?
They
So
really
in the
making
video,
that shit
he was
seem
like-
terrible, bro.
the nigga was like, bruh, it was only 2 people in the room and she was recording it. And so like you could hear her,
Yeah.
you could hear her like, Mav, she's saying stop.
For real? Damn.
Mav, she's saying stop. Why you keep going?
That's why he was like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He was like, but you're big Mav, you don't give a fuck.
When is
Yo,
this
look,
dropping?
the tape, hearing the tape
When
might
you
be
get
worse
rich.
than seeing it.
20. Yo, 20. He was like, it's
500 ain't a
the
lot.
nigga said it's 43. It's 4,300 people in
We
here.
could make that back in a month easy.
The nigga was like, it's 43
that
people.
together.
It's 4,300 people in here.
Yeah.
If all of y'all donate $1, shit, we could get nigga
We
a
could watch
couple
this shit
videos.
live.
niggas can get that back for sure. He gonna have the lawyers though. That's the only. You can't copyright an abuse video. You know what? I don't want no parts of this. Somebody with a goddamn check.
And
Come
allegedly,
on, man.
allegedly.
Because this. Yeah, that's very true. Everything that we're saying is from the word of Hassan Campbell. Actually, we're just going off of him and speculating off of him. But
Yo, I'm just imagining it's like a Brooklyn nigga somewhere with a flash drive.
Yeah.
he probably has it on. He
On
probably
the
has it on.
subway.
He probably has it on. He probably has it on a blank DVD. Like he burned that shit on a disc.
He probably hit it in a cold pizza. Knowing a grimy,
New York
filthy.
slice, nigga.
But
Yeah,
nah,
this-
seriously.
They do got some fat ass slices.
Nah, for-
This was that.
Stuff that shit in
This
the crust.
timestamp is when he was going into detail of the.
I
Of
think
the,
so.
of the playing house
I
story.
think you play this shit. This
Yeah,
is what
'cause-
happens.
'cause
This
he-
whole shit was funny.
Yeah, because I mean, Hassan Campbell is good at what he does, man. He could just his hour and a half, 2 hour ISOs are unmatched, honestly.
I got my ass whooped. She got her ass whooped. Now, let me say this on camera. That was some of the best touching playing house. That's one of my most memorable moments, and no, I don't regret it. You are not going to take my childhood and turn it into a weapon. I loved playing house with her. I hated the fact that I got caught.
This is crazy.
I do not apologize for playing house with none of the girls that I was playing house with. I don't apologize. I'm not sorry. I enjoyed myself. I was being a kid. But Math, you sit up there and you comparing something that I did before I even hit 12 years old, 13, 14, 15 years old. You comparing that to me holding 𝔓𝔦𝔑𝔬𝔑 mother accountable for sending her son outside by himself, unattended, raising himself in the streets and becoming a killer. So you willing to chastise me, verbally abuse me, criticize me for something I did as a toddler, as a child, wasn't an adult, but you giving her an excuse, a pass to a woman who raised a killer that had somebody else's mother crying over a casket.
You could pause it. This whole beef is them just playing like moral Russian roulette.
Yeah, that is. It is.
It's like, you a bad person for this. Nah, nigga, you worse than me because you did this shit.
Yeah.
That's all this is.
But that's like street niggas though. Like
There
they
was
do
even-
that all the time.
There was even a point where he was like, I mean, Mav, you beat on her, so I can call her a bitch.
Low-key,
Then
yeah.
he just started letting that shit fly.
And then he was like, I don't even like this bitch.
yeah.
He's like,
He's like, I hate it had to be her to do this to you, but
Jesus.
man.
I hope
Nasty.
for Mav's sake that video don't come out, honestly.
And to think that
He definitely ain't gonna make the complex list then.
Yeah, for real.
Shit.
Yeah.
and
I
is
hope
it
for his. I
is
hope
it-
that shit don't come out. But we will cover it if it does.
honestly at this point
You gonna pixelate it at least, nigga?
Yeah, it's just like the Diddy and the Cassie joint. That shit, they blurred half of it. You know what I'm saying? We just saw.
We just recreated it with our imagination.
When it was,
honestly.
we saw enough to be like, goddamn, this is kind of crazy.
Yeah, he probably shouldn't do that.
right. Yeah, we saw enough. Goddamn.
this might be the type of struggle Math needs to write good bars again though. You might need to really hit the gutter, really hit rock bottom.
I'm
So,
upset.
actual
I'm upset you said
bars.
that. I'm upset you said that because now I have to mention that. The music is just.
Yo, what?
It's just not. And he's force feeding us.
What are you
At the
talking
beginning of every
about?
clip.
You talking about Mav's music?
Yes.
Or because he also does this, Hassan Campbell. The whole first 4 minutes was a real song.
No, he does that though. That's
But
how he starts
that's
every
his
stream.
thing.
And
I
it's
know
like,
that's
yeah,
his thing,
That's
but I
his
wanted to
thing, though.
complain about that being his thing because
But that's his thing though.
You-
It's a little different.
it's kind of
also
You're
crazy.
funny.
supposed to stare at the
I
camera
think it's
for
a
5 minutes.
honestly.
hilarious.
I
skip it.
want
Do you not skip it?
Oh, I always skip it. But this one, go to the beginning.
Depends on the song.
This one, I ain't gonna lie, bro. It sounded like the nigga said Raleigh. I was like, what? And then I said,
He got
how mu-
scared.
and then I wondered, how much does it cost for him to? I want to pay. I want my song to be on there. I would love a video of Hassan Campbell vibing out to one of my songs.
I would love to see that.
I would love
pay to
that.
see that
That's
shit.
what, exactly. I wonder how much, because I think this is his.
a feeling.
Because I think this.
And I know. He just stared.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. And that was
for the ladies.
And that was my. And Brian, I'm not gonna lie. That was my first thought. I'm giving him the most opposite song to him. You know what I mean? Like the one to where I want to see you do. I want to see you do
if
that.
you give him that
to a flash mob music.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Because if you give him that song, I'm telling you, like, nigga, y'all niggas up.
We got to get new co-hosts.
Yeah. So
yeah, like him doing these facial reactions to a non-gangster song. And I'm assuming these people, I'm almost positive these people are paying for it. I'm curious to know how much it is, because if it's only like $200, I'm paying it.
They sound like his friends. I'm not even gonna lie.
If it's only $200, it's worth it. It's worth it, honestly. This shit is worth it.
I wonder if you could choose which video it goes on though. Like,
I would love that.
Put this on the African Bambaataa one.
Exactly. I'll pay an extra $200 for that. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, let's go. Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah. Let's not play
it's
this.
music though.
Yeah, let's not play this.
Yeah.
If we still
But
have
long
like
story short,
another-
it sounded like the nigga said Raleigh, but then once I heard the rapping, I said, ain't no way this is a Raleigh nigga. Ain't no way.
Yeah.
nah.
It could be a 50-year-old
He's in.
Raleigh nigga though. So from New York.
I was
It
about
could
to
be
say
a
he's
nigga
not
named
under
Riley.
35.
Yeah, it could be a
It's a
50-year-old
nigga named Riley.
Yeah, right. Was there another timestamp?
So
27,
27,
right? I got a
and what I
thousand.
thought was him talking shit is really him going over why they're beefing. If I mean, he got like a minute.
Okay. I
It's
was
not
dry
long.
humping.
Are you busy?
And I loved it.
You quiet? Let me tell y'all something, man. Math, your numbers is terrible. Your numbers is dirty section numbers. Niggas in the dirty sections is doing your numbers on YouTube. And you got celebrities on your platform. And see, the thing about it is, let me tell y'all why Math talking about suing Hassan Campbell, right? Once upon a time, Math was making $40, $50, $60, $70,000 a month.
Which is disgusting.
But he got a company named Quarterlap that gets a percentage
Half.
of his money.
It's half.
Right? So now, Math has to pay for that barbershop. Math has to pay Quarterlap. Math has to pay whoever's editing those videos. Whoever interviews that he's getting. And in the interviews that he's getting, he's not doing big numbers no more. Math is not getting 1 million views. He's not doing say cheese numbers and them other dudes. No, he's not doing those numbers on his platform. So now, Math see his channel is at a decline. YouTube is falling off for him. He's not going back up. Even if he does reach 1 million subscribers, the numbers ain't the same no more. Heineken and Esso on the flip side, they going up. They're almost at 100,000 subscribers, and their numbers is the same numbers as Math, which means that they're beating Math technically.
Yeah, they are. That's a fact.
I'm beating you technically, Math.
Technically.
Your numbers is not matching my number. You got celebrities. It's just me, my nigga. So what you did was, you said, okay, I can't afford to sustain this lifestyle that I'm living no more because I'm spending a lot of money, right? That's what you're saying. You're spending a lot of money. The money ain't coming in no more like that. So now what you trying to do is extort me to come back on your platform so it could be controversial and you could get to that 1 million subscribers. Or what you trying to do to me is you trying to sue me now so that you could have some extra money because you know that money running out and you've always been a bum-ass Brooklyn nigga that was a stick-up kid playing basketball. the money's running out. And when the money runs out, them bitches ain't gonna be looking at you the same, my nigga.
Stop.
I understand the game, my nigga.
And that's a very important thing.
That was a beautiful breakdown.
That's a beautiful breakdown because the bitches is not gonna be looking at it on $60,000 to $40,000 a month is
40 to 75, he said.
He even dropped all the way down to
disgusting.
30.
But
the
I
thing
will
is-
say, and I will say that a lot of those companies like that they're the ones that like copyright your material and stuff like that, which is interesting because we got a copyright claim on the last episode because we played
Fire.
Math Hoffa's video. So, but I don't remember seeing a quarter lap.
Oh, that nigga getting stingy. He trying to get all the fucking money he get.
Yeah, he did. We paid him on the last episode. He got all of our money on that last episode, but it's whatever.
Yeah. But honestly, if Math was here, I tell him to whatever you got to do to get out of this battle, do it, because you're not gonna win. Yeah. You're not gonna win against Hassan Campbell. You got to understand.
He's too good of an orator.
When you're playing, well, that matters. But when you're playing, who's dirtier? And then you got a nigga who wears the stain on his shirt and is like, nah, I love this fucking stain. You're never gonna win.
And that's
because Math is trying to do the cute shit to where it's like you get a little stain, so you fold the shirt over, just sit like this, nobody will notice.
Oh, so he has to play dirty.
Or Math will buy a big ass chain, so you just focused on the chain.
You know what I mean?
Instead of the little stain.
So, not the stain, but nigga, you gonna lose this. This is a losing battle.
Yeah, nah. Hassan will verbally run laps around this nigga Mav.
Yeah, no, that's
and
another
he
thing
even
too.
said it like because he bigged Mav up. He was like, Mav, you're so you've been lucky to be blessed by the gods, you know, with lyricism, but you can't talk for shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. He's a terrible
orator.
Yeah,
I remember saying that early. How
orator.
I want to punch you in your. I want to punch you in your face, Mav. That I liked in battle rap on the podcast.
That would never last though.
Not like
That's
not
a
like
bull in a china shop,
not like
nigga.
Not like punching you.
And
like actually, I'm just saying like in the way that you ask questions in interviews.
But
like,
that's
even
what
you're talking
Hassan,
about the energy behind it.
Yeah.
Even what Hassan said, he was like, how many times does the barbershop have to get fucked up for you to chill out? So he alluded to like the barbershop being fucked up a couple times.
Oh, so they have moved furniture in there before.
He literally said, I don't know when that dude is gonna kick you out that barbershop because you keep causing problems.
Damn.
So it's like, man, it's
yo, I saw this.
You watched deep into the 2 hours, didn't you?
I mean, it was deep into it. I watched it all.
That got to be deep.
But I saw like they might be having. I saw the security guard that they had during that 𝙼𝙾𝚃 interview. I don't know if you. This nigga was staring. It looked like his face was against the glass. I was like, damn. That nigga was like, he was suited up, and he wasn't doing this. He was just like, it literally looked like his face was pressed up against the glass, like watching everything moving outside.
You sure he was security? That might just be a regular New York
resident.
resident.
Looked like a security.
And is 𝙼𝚃 one of those niggas to where like he's Googleable? Like to where if you don't know him, niggas is like, no, you need to Google that nigga.
You're gonna find out at the end.
Because in the comments on the last
the
episode,
comments?
The comments was crazy.
Obviously,
like,
he's obviously Googleable. The way they were talking to us.
Yeah, it was like, I felt like I was a pussy. I didn't know he was a drug kingpin. I was like, I should know all drug kingpins.
I brought up the Supreme Team, but I guess niggas. You know what? It's just niggas are funny when it's like, okay, I understand that he was y'all legend. I never heard of the nigga till this episode. Okay, I'm sorry.
And there's no disrespect.
Yeah, it's just like, damn, I'm sorry I didn't know everybody. What the fuck?
How are we supposed to know a nigga that was running with the
yeah.
Supreme Team when he was 16?
And I was an embryo.
I'm sorry I don't know all the fucking New York lore. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Like, no disrespect. It's just, I just don't know.
You should know a little bit more than us, though. You a Philly nigga.
That's not New York.
But you a Philly nigga.
That is
No,
true.
that's not.
What do you call Air Forces?
The same thing. These dirty down Brooklyn.
What do you call
niggas
Air
do.
Forces?
Air Forces. I'm not.
What do you call them, nigga? You know what I'm trying. What do you call them?
We're getting them. We're getting them.
We're getting them corner. You just don't want to. Yeah.
No, I'm not doing
Guys,
it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm not doing it.
He like, Lauren, move on.
Yeah, let's move on.
Hurry up the bell.
Lauren, where's the bell?
Is there anything else though for real?
Not necessarily, man. I just hope Hassan doesn't really crash out.
We don't need another like Thanksgiving stream. It was Thanksgiving or Christmas.
It was
I'll say Christmas.
I think it was Thanksgiving actually.
one of the joyous holidays.
Because I remember being with my family and not being with my family at the same time because I'm like, I can't turn this live off.
I definitely.
It was Thanksgiving,
I remember
I think.
being grateful as shit.
Yes,
seeing
it
that
was,
shit.
yes,
It was probably
yes.
Thanksgiving. Nigga.
Yeah, I'm pretty positive it was Thanksgiving because
Yeah.
Christmas was quiet. That was the most. I couldn't believe. I'm sending that shit in the group chat like, y'all, this is happening now. Like,
Yeah.
niggas is with their families. You know, that everybody's in town.
I'm over here.
And
I don't even know what's
with
going on.
I'm over here with my headphones in, like, no, he's asking people to shoot him right now. This is crazy, y'all.
And what does this really mean for like Mav? Because it's like with the whole
It does
episode
sound like-
last week.
Yeah, it
our
does
whole
sound
position
like
was that Mav was like not that bad of a person.
well, no,
we
no.
gotta scrap that.
You know what I'm saying?
We brutalized that take, nigga.
No, I don't think. No, we didn't. we didn't say his whole character was a bad person. We don't know his character, to be fair. We're just saying we were wrong to assume that he was the reason Champ left. That's what we were saying.
And because of,
in terms of that individual section,
because of Champ's dirt,
we still have the other co-host that left. Like we don't know, you know what I mean?
Of course, but because of how Champ left and his dirt, we kind of have to look at. We had to look at Mav like, oh well, shit, Mav can't be that bad of a person. This nigga Champ is terrible.
In that situation,
of course,
yeah, in that situation, I can't just look at one situation and say you're an angel in all of them.
Yeah, because
Hassan Campbell also said that the only reason Heineken and Esso can't speak up is because your lawyers have some sort of gag order on them.
Yeah.
So it's like we don't even know that. So we might have to wait. It might be like 5-10 years before we hear that story, depending on how long that NDA was a part of the contract or some shit like that or whatever.
That's some crazy shit to say. Like, I got them niggas legally gagged.
Yeah, pretty much.
Say something, nigga.
oh yeah, say, oh my god, that's
Say
hilarious.
something so I can
It's
say
nasty.
you.
That's hilarious.
All right, let's get over to this.
Say something.
The Stop TV. So Danny from The Stop did a podcast collaboration with the Talk FNF. And they said that we were used by Joe Budden to get back at the people. They said that we don't hold Joe accountable enough. And we're nasty. It's nasty. The way that we move with them, we display nasty behavior.
The way Danny parted his hair this episode is nasty.
Yeah.
You want to talk about filth?
Or he tried to hide it behind a haircut.
That comb over, nigga.
That shit. What happened to 90-degree angles, nigga?
Yeah.
Now you just looking obtuse. Even worse.
So I mean, we all saw this, and
Did we all laugh, right?
yeah, I just couldn't take it seriously.
Yeah, no,
Man, nah, because that dude didn't take it seriously. He don't even know who the fuck I am.
nah.
He was doubling down. Shout out to Talk FNF. I mean, I like Talk FNF.
Yeah, shout out to Talk. He was doubling down. I was like, God damn,
It's like, damn, nigga, what the fuck?
yeah,
what
like,
the fuck?
He doubled down in all the wrong places. Like, you can tell
Kinda
the nigga
did.
don't listen to us. So
Yeah,
when you
I
just
mean-
go that hard in the wrong direction, you look even crazy.
I mean, that shit that I do all the time. But
And that shit we got put up with. But
yeah.
it's different when you do it.
yeah,
You know you're
And it's-
doing it.
pretty much.
Yeah.
right.
You went over there on purpose.
and it's also I took it as like he was just shooting.
Yeah.
He was trying to see what is the most stickiest thing I can say.
I'm just glad Danny finally got it.
It's a couple things though, because Danny was agreeing to a certain extent too.
I ain't like that shit.
And this is just like a couple things that just need to be stated, I guess, again. And this is content for them, you know what I mean? This is content for everybody. But Joe Budden using us as a pawn. Who gives a fuck? Literally.
But AJ, even if he did, that means Joe is stupid. He's dumber than I thought.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
This nigga used
trusting you.
But no, that's just stupid. Trust me, I can't
You just
believe
made
that.
it weird.
You think of something better. But no, seriously though, like that was probably like the worst pawn move he could have ever made. Us, nigga.
Why?
No, I don't think it was that bad.
But the point of the pawn move, I was like, the point of the pawn
You
move.
fucked him up with that one.
The point of the pawn move was to get us to side with Danny and for us to suck Joe's dick. So if that was the point of his like this whole thing,
Nah.
he failed miserably.
That wasn't
I
it.
think the point was this
was a flex.
this was a petty flex.
Yeah, it was a flex.
To show how important Joe Budden is in Danny's eyes. He's like, I really need you to understand that I created you.
Right.
I could make another one of you
Yeah.
and make it even bigger than you. So just do what I say. When I ask you to take something off of YouTube, take it off. When
I got a couple
What
different
was
things from it.
What was the order that Joe gave him about like something about Twitter Spaces?
The order?
It was he told him not to do something any longer.
Oh, he
There-
pretty much, yeah, there was at one point before they like had their first mini fallout, it was like, don't use this in the space, pretty much. Like,
That
don't
nigga Dan-
turn this into a video.
That nigga Danny literally got on the video is like, yo, I've tried to acquiesce to your needs so many times.
Right.
But this nigga Talk FNN saying that we're the puppets.
Yeah, that it's kind
When's the last time that we've heard from Joe Budden? We don't get constructive criticism on what we do from Joe Budden.
Yo, that's the
Joe
best
Budden
part.
hasn't asked us to take nothing down.
Yeah.
But we in his
never. You know what Joe Budden actually did? Greenlit all the episodes that he gave us from his company that takes care of his copyright.
Bow.
So shout out to Joe Budden because you know what I'm saying. But and there's another.
Don't shout him out too much, nigga.
Right? Yeah.
There might be a check that comes.
God forbid I don't hold him to the fire.
Yo, hey, you shout. Yo, he's too far away to give him a hand job. The fuck is you doing?
Yeah.
But then that's another thing. So it's like, bro, this whole thing of like using him as a pawn and all this other stuff. It's like, I don't. It's just it was a little bit of it that almost sounded like. I feel like certain people, when some people use it, it's like, are you jealous that we were the ones that he picked to flex on niggas?
That's
with?
what it sounds like.
You
a
know
lot
what I'm
of
saying?
times. Yeah.
And so it's different. Like when Rory uses it, it doesn't feel like that, right?
He had too many bubbles in his stomach. It don't count.
No, well, it's just Rory's popping. You know what I'm saying? But when other people use it, smaller creators try to use it as like a
backhanded,
as like a diss. It's like, well, nigga, I'm sorry he didn't pick you as the one that he wanted to flex on niggas with. I'm sorry. It's like,
sorry, your muscles weren't big.
And him saying that. He was saying that the biggest mistake I made was saying that Joe flew us up. But I don't give like
you gotta play.
I don't feel like a bitch because Joe Budden flew us up.
Nigga, the reason that was said is we made that joke first. Like we was like we were bad bitches, nigga.
Yeah,
it was
the
bad
joke.
bitches on a plane to Florida, nigga.
Yeah, I don't know if that was like a mask. It was if I was supposed to feel like less masculine or we were supposed to feel less masculine.
Nah, you were supposed to turn it down and pay for it yourself.
Yeah,
how would I do that?
Fucking stupid. Yo, Joe would have been like, this nigga really is a pawn. You go,
retarded.
You gonna pay his way across the board.
This really showed me how much these niggas care about Joe and like his opinions. That's what really made me sick. Because I was like,
which is why
even when I was in front of him, I wasn't like, maybe I was starstruck for maybe 5 seconds.
For
maybe, but I'm saying that because I've been watching him for years.
Right.
So it's like, it's inevitable you're going to be like, oh shit, it's this nigga.
That was more I feel like that was more of the hotel.
When we saw him, he made it very clear that it's like, look, we on equal playing fields. I fuck with y'all. It's like, it's cool. You know what I mean?
Nigga, I'm doing your show.
You can never be equal if I paid for you to get here.
Yeah.
You will always be subservient, nigga.
Damn it.
I know where you lay your head. I paid them to let you do that shit.
Yeah. He's going to walk in our room.
He got a hotel key to your room, nigga.
And make these better.
You have to skip about, I would say, halfway. Keep going at maybe 3. It was when Danny made that face, right?
Nigga talking.
It was that face. So go back to the beginning. Yeah.
And this is to the
Try
They
right
Love
there.
Joe
Let
point.
me see what they say.
And I don't know. It's kind of crazy because Joe is up there, right, in terms of profile. But
Yeah.
So when you talk about him playing YouTubers against each other that are like way smaller, people kind of laugh at you and be like, why would he care? But I'm like, this guy likes to make things weird. Like, this is his thing.
Like, I don't think people put enough emphasis on the discussion that he paid tickets for them to go out there.
Tickets.
Like, that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Usually, if someone invites you into you handle your own. Like, that's what makes that shit a lot nastier than what we really could dig deep into this. Like, he literally paid for your conversation in a way that I wanted to be favorable towards me. Like, there's nobody else can look at it without that way. You would not think they're going to go up there. And again, I've said this before, where they've said things about people on those couches that were disparaging.
Swivel chairs now.
And
nigga.
you think that I'm going to pay you now and you're going to come here and keep it the same real way? No.
And real
like,
quick,
you look like you're in Joe's pocket.
like even didn't Joe? He told us, he was like, "Nigga, this never happens. Like, I'm never gonna do this ever again."
Yes,
that's what's so funny. So like, we had like a little private conversation in the hotel.
Yeah.
He literally was like, "Look, y'all are like, write this down. This will never happen again." He was like, "I'm never flying out niggas again.
Yeah,
I don't
bro.
fly out niggas."
Yeah.
Nope. Especially
I
not
should
this guy.
I should not be doing this. And
He even said it. He was like confused when he saw us. Like,
He said,
I can't believe y'all showed up.
yeah.
Can't
He
believe I
pretty
did
much
this.
was saying like, bro, if I had reason to be in your city, I would have just came to y'all to do the show. I'm not going to North Carolina anytime soon.
And that's
this is why you're here. Okay, let's be clear.
literally.
It kind of led to the pawn idea, though.
Yeah, but this is the thing. The pawn idea works if we were fucking child soldiers for Joe Budden.
Exactly,
You
which
know
is
what
that's
I'm
not the
saying?
case.
It's not
It's
the
just
case.
far from
which
it.
means that we
Far
would
from
dislike
it.
Danny to a certain extent.
Maybe. The ironic thing about this is that everybody else cares about Joe more than we do. Even
God
this
damn,
guy.
That's a
right,
fact.
yes,
Even
dog.
this
That's
guy
a
right here. I don't think niggas understand.
Yeah, they don't. They don't.
We still use Angel does jokes sometimes.
Yeah, we do.
That's a tired premise with Joe Budden. We don't give a fuck.
Yeah, dog. they all care more. And it's like, we're going to transition to that as well, but Joe Budden fans, they care a lot more. And we're Joe Budden fans, but there's levels to this
We're
shit. And
healthy Joe Budden fans. The other niggas are deranged.
I don't even know if I'm a fan.
Right,
I don't know what I am.
I fuck with the nigga. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even know what I am. I fuck with the nigga. Like,
yo, and that's just when it comes.
He's
and
cool.
and I get it too. Like when you've been slighted by somebody, right? Like Danny has fairly been slighted. You know, where he's tried to get him to change things about his show and things like that. So like when you feel slighted by somebody, I can understand, because skip forward a little bit more. There's a moment when go back to just
Forward or backwards?
Forward.
And this is, it's just
hold on real quick. This when he's got his, I think it's in this. Hit play real quick.
It's important.
Somebody who is in contact with this situation, I might know things, but you saying this was said on Spaces.
Yeah, he said that. He said Joe flew him out. Somebody asked him,
keep going.
How did they get up there?
And the sign for that.
Their Joe clips. I always listen to their clips. Up, Podfather, he that.
Oh, you should play him.
Like it's like cool. You know, like, yeah, man, Joe told Rory he was a piece of crap, and he kicked him in the stomach and he slapped him in the face. But that's Joe. Like, come on, that's Joe. Like, Joe's gonna be Joe. And I feel like that's what
That's
they're doing.
nasty.
That's
nasty. That's vile.
Nigga, all
Those
your
men
leaves
talk
in your
about being
windows,
righteous
man.
on their show a lot.
Oh, they do?
That ain't righteous. Yeah, they talk about that.
Okay.
That's not righteous, my man. That's nasty.
Yeah,
Pause.
and
Pause. Okay, so yeah,
like what is even that? Like,
so like
we
I
shouldn't
was-
even really respond.
we should-
You know
it's
what I
too
mean?
late.
Because that's how goofy that was.
Yeah, but even like to Danny's part, what I was saying earlier, like when you've been slighted by somebody, when it's time to kick Joe's back in, you want everybody to have the same energy that you're gonna have behind it, because he's actually personally slighted you. You know what I mean? So like Danny's recent video today, like the thumbnail says, like he lied or I lied or some shit like that. He was going in on the entire podcast, like going in, like on a kind of like a rant, like, yo, this show actually has been sucking for the last couple months to where Ice looks good. Like he was going down each person, right? And it's like, yeah, Danny can have that energy, right? But for me, and I feel like for most people, one, if they haven't done nothing to me, and two, if we don't know who this person is, like, okay, if Joe is a terrible person that manipulates people and do all these things, yeah, I've seen it too. So why are we all surprised at this point, right? So like, it's like, I can't, why am I, how hard can I kick a nigga's back in when he does something that I expect him to do? You know what I mean?
It's one of them situations to where it's like, Danny is an actual victim.
Right.
And we're laughing at what Joe does to people, but he's doing it to him.
Yeah, and you know Joe Budden. All y'all niggas know Joe Budden more than us. Y'all know he does this, right?
Right.
Why are we surprised? It's just like when Adam interviewed the Pop Smoke dude. Why are you surprised that he would even put the offer out? That's what he does. You know what I'm saying? So like, so when I watch him do it, Joe Budden kicks Rory's back in, or does some piece of shit thing. Hey, yeah, I think we've seen history. I think history has shown that this has happened before.
It's raining in Seattle again.
What the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
Like we not a bunch of Dominican women with BBLs. It's just like
Yeah,
maybe
dog.
Joe's gonna be different this time.
But you
Yeah,
see, but
right.
that's how I feel like Danny's looking at it, as in like, it's like in order to go at Danny, he had to go at the ugly friend first.
Yeah,
and like we're the ugly friend and
Right.
try to like
Soften
make this-
everybody up.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
It's weird.
And it's weird that they take that angle, because it's the same shit. Well, it's understandable. It's the same shit niggas have said all the time. It's just that once you went to the show and you say the same shit again, it looks different now. It's like you're supposed to kick his back in further, but it's like we've always said Joe is fucking crazy and
But
Joe
then
is
at
Joe.
the same time, it's weird because it's like I make it a thing in my head to make an Angel does
For
joke.
every time.
Every time. It just happens naturally though, but it's there.
But apparently, every time we talk about Joe, we either watching a Danny video or calling him the Podfather.
Right. That's
Yeah, I
crazy.
mean-
And we do watch a lot of Danny videos because I fuck with Danny, so I'm trying to get his videos out there
fuck
too.
with Danny. He's
Yeah,
only
yeah.
the only other person that's obsessed with Joe Budden that we can go to for information.
Yeah, and I fuck with Danny. So I'm gonna play a Danny video. I'm gonna put his video in the bit so some of our people that only know us can fuck with Danny. That's
Yeah,
what
exactly.
which is why
And if
we do it that way.
If it's a fucking problem, that shit don't have to happen for real,
what the
nigga.
fuck? Like-
Because I thought we was fucking cool.
That's right.
Yeah.
But he's
I
like,
thought, I thought this was content creators helping each other. You know
nigga
what I'm
said
saying?
their Joe content is watching Danny. Like, all right, nigga.
All right,
What is
and-
your content?
Right.
The first time I've ever seen you speak, it was about me. Speaking about another nigga that you want you to fly out.
Step on that nigga.
He be doing that shit too. And I fell for it one time. He was like, well, the floor is yours. Shit on that nigga. And I started doing it. I was like, yeah, fuck that nigga. And then I thought about it after. I was like, damn.
That was last week.
I just got gassed up for that.
Yeah, he said I did that one time. That was 6 days ago.
Hey, man, that shit in the past.
Hey,
I love that shit, man.
But yeah, nah.
I don't always be the one to do it.
Talk effing TV.
always the one to do it.
Hey, you know.
I don't know. He's definitely talking.
Yeah, I mean, I fuck with Talk F&M.
Definitely
Honestly,
talking.
I've watched several of his clips. I like his content. So, classmates, fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? I have really nothing bad to say about him as a person. The takes were crazy, but I
He
still
came
fuck
out your
like this is a-
masculinity.
yeah, I still fuck with his content
And,
overall.
and
so
in
whatever.
some weird way, bringing up that question, it tries to make themselves feel more important than they are.
Almost.
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like it's just like
I paid when I met Joe.
Comparing yourself to another person, like you're comparing yourself.
Yeah.
So somebody has to be above or below. You know what I mean? So it's like, where are we in their head? You get what I mean? Like, are we beneath them
I
or
talked to Joe.
above them?
Yeah, we talked to Joe. I
If
talked
you
to Joe
look
Budden
at that
the
part,
perfect amount of times.
if you look at that part in Danny's head, I think he thinks he's above all of us.
yeah, right.
That's a real that's not a regular like I'm going out with my grandma part.
And I think
That's a job interview hair part.
that is a job interview for sure, or Sunday church, and you're going with your girl's family for the first time.
Mm-hmm. But he's not going for cashier. He's going for like supervisor position.
specific.
You're going with your girl's family and that's another thing too. Like, I don't know, man. I think like I've talked about this earlier because we know who Joe is and his character. I feel like Danny talks to him, like I was saying, like the way that he handles talking to him the most and navigating. But Danny had trials and tribulations with that too, because he was like, Joe said I couldn't do it, and he was doing it. I tried to acquiesce. So he
said acquiesce.
Yeah, Danny already, he himself had his trials and tribulations and trying to figure out how to work with Joe. I feel like I have mastered the perfect amount of time to talk to Joe Budden. That's few and far between. You know
Exactly.
what? I talked to this nigga recently. I hadn't talked to him in months. And you know what? That was fine. But we just chopped it up and we're talking.
What was we saying
We're talking
in the
6
call?
to 10 text messages max. You
remember
know?
we was
It wasn't
saying-
nothing
in and
crazy.
out, in and
It
out.
was in and out.
What was he saying?
It
I see you,
perfect,
nigga.
Yeah,
word.
that's it, nigga.
We was literally
That's it.
talking about this, and I was like, "That's probably how Joe Budden communicates." Like, he isn't the type of nigga
I
to
get
where
what you're saying.
you have to or need to like just be in constant
You don't at
like,
all.
nigga, you're not a stripper. You don't make wings.
What the fuck?
You
Yeah,
probably
literally.
shouldn't be talking to him every day.
Nigga.
So it's a
Few and far between.
it's
nigga.
a certain some people you have to have 6 degrees of separation.
Right, yeah.
With. You know what I mean? Like,
I think he's told us that he's always been that nigga. You know what I'm saying? That you need that distance.
and it's
from.
just a natural thing. It's
And
not like a.
that way every time we do link up, it's a good time.
Hey, man,
It's a good time.
I
nigga,
actually
you know?
miss you. Like, I didn't
Right,
talk to you like 2 weeks ago.
And there's so much to catch up on, nigga.
So much,
So much to
nigga.
catch up on.
Been watching you. You've been watching me. What's up, nigga?
Exactly.
Let's throw some dollars at some fucking hoes, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's what it
And
is.
it's funny,
I'm
Danny,
a bishop now.
because when we was out
Remember I was
there,
a pawn, nigga?
when we was out there, being used as pawns, you know what I mean, eating good,
Yeah.
almost getting hit by bikes, right, Lauren? That's just a family story though. Danny nor Talk FNF or whatever your name is got mentioned ever. Your names didn't get mentioned at all, nigga. It was a bunch of fun and laughter. We was talking about.
Oh, you're talking about outside the
Danny's-
podcast.
Y'all niggas' names didn't get even out of like hate. And mind you, we was told of like 4 names that we cannot say.
No, Danny came up during the Joe put him in the talk too much
yeah,
section
Yeah. In the show.
on the podcast.
for the wrong reasons.
Yeah,
But
right,
I'm
right.
saying like out of like
Oh,
regular
like just
conversation.
like
like yo, how y'all feel about that Danny nigga? That didn't happen, nigga.
Yeah, that did
At
not
all.
happen. Yeah, there was no conspiring behind the scenes.
It wasn't.
Yeah. And put some
Yeah.
context on
And
the
y'all-
on the 4 names that we can't say, because that shit sounds crazy.
So
Three.
the
It was
fo-
3.
3 names.
I remember 4, but one of them is I can't think of none creative. The take that nigga.
Yeah,
Goo Gobbler.
one of them can be spoken on.
The
now.
Goo Gobbler.
Yeah,
But
one can be spoken on now, but the other ones are still off the table.
the other one, I vaguely forgot the other ones.
Don't even
But
try.
Voldemort is the most popular one.
Right.
And yeah, nigga, it's crazy. Like your names didn't get mentioned at all.
Yeah.
I think that's what the problem is. I think a lot of it just boils down from their use to having to get spun around in a circle to like get something beneficial from Joe, as opposed to us just being who we are, fucking with the nigga when we fuck with the nigga,
And
having a healthy boundaries in relationships.
it could very well be 3 niggas on the couch. I like and support that. I'm gonna hook these niggas up. It could very well be that.
For sure.
It could very well be. I do
Wow,
see
crushing my apprentice.
I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. That's
A
okay.
whole flock with 1 rod.
look,
yeah, that's okay.
efficiency.
Any smart
Whole flock with 1
businessman,
rod. That's the episode.
That's fine.
any smart businessman kills multiple birds with multiple stones.
Dude,
We
that's the
wasn't
whole
just
point.
up there fucking with Joe.
Right,
We was,
right.
You know, we was doing our shit.
We did a lot of things.
We was doing our thing.
We never even talked about that still, right?
We don't got because it's not. It's one of
Yeah.
those things that's why this video is so funny.
Yeah.
It's
That's why
like
it's
if
so
he thought
funny.
he was going to use us as pawns, he's not as smart as I thought he was,
The only pawn he has,
or he thought we was stupid.
is a Hispanic man that looks like Teen Wolf.
Yeah,
It's the only pawn he has right
Yeah.
now.
you
That's
remember
crazy.
that Neanderthal commercial?
Yeah. Well, you talking about the insurance one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that beard is Danny's face, nigga.
Ooh, let's stay on Danny real quick. Danny, you getting into this episode. Sorry. Danny started a podcast with Shampoo.
Yeah, he finally started his own show
But
instead
did
of
he-
trying
He
to.
started a
But
weekly
did he
podcast.
did he call and ask Flip if it was okay? Like
Well,
he did
that's
with
the
us?
thing. So, like, no, a lot of the times we want to harp in and we want to double down on Joe being a manipulator and things of that nature. Danny and Flip have the most beat. Flip is like one of the most consistent people saying, "I'm gonna pull up to your house. I know where you work. I know your job. I know what everything."
I'ma get you
Right?
touch.
Flip and Shampoo don't fuck with each other. This is all a chess move. Like because okay, let's be real. Like
What is Joe Budden created?
exactly. So like let's be real. Like I don't 100%. I asked Danny. I said, "Why did you do a podcast with Shampoo?" I will say too, I did enjoy this podcast. So Shampoo is a guy that like used to call into like Howard Stern a lot.
The Breakfast Club.
He's kind of the Breakfast Club. He's kind of like a famous caller of radio shows.
It's only a couple of them.
Yeah,
but
so Star, Howard Stern, Breakfast Club. And then I think Star is the one that hooked him up with Flip. Flip had him on the show. Flip is the reason that he's up at Joe Budden. Flip was, and when I say Flip had him on the show, I meant like on his own personal channel, then also brought him over to the thing, right? But I know a lot of talk and a lot of things like, and I can understand it's just your personal story. Like Danny will say things like, "Yeah, but Joe's a manipulator," and it's like, yeah, but what was this move though? Like this move is with a op of somebody that you mutually beef with.
Yeah.
You're beefing with Queen's Flip.
That's
You
true.
starting a whole podcast?
It's the same thing.
Danny's done a lot of interviews. You've agreed to come weekly with this nigga?
And
That sounds crazy to me. That seems crazy. Like of all the people, like
But it's
I can
not-
see the Talk FNF podcast launching before this one.
I mean, it's crazy because in the sense that you're calling somebody a manipulator, but you're doing the same. You're being hypocritical.
Let's look at the comments.
Hypocritical, right?
Let's look at the comments real quick because the comments agree. Yeah, zoom all the way in. The comments is cooking niggas.
I saw a few going both ways.
Yeah,
It was a few going both.
this is a crazy chessboard. Bro stole Flip's talent. I love it. Flip didn't let the ball fall right through Danny's hand. Joe can't be happy about this. Who's gonna make a YouTube page about Danny potting technique?
Us.
Yeah, it's already here, baby. After beefing with Flip, he stole his man's. Yo, Danny, you're a wild dude. The disclaimer
his
had me rolling
mans.
here. You're strategic and cutthroat.
Yeah, he's getting some type of weird appraisal for this on some levels. I don't know.
This is
I'm
what
just glad he finally started his own show instead of trying to usurp my shit.
Usurp. What you mean?
Usurp, that means, come in and try to take control
yeah.
of.
Yeah, try to start a coup.
Yeah.
But it is ironic that Danny tried to do the exact same thing, grab another nigga's host from another nigga's show, and just try to make an original show. But it's just funny.
It's
Shout
just
out to Danny.
it's interesting, but
And I
outside,
don't like this show.
outside of you watch.
You don't like it? I wanted to not like it.
I like
It was good.
Shampoo. Shampoo's good. He's cool, but it was regular. It was
Hey,
regular.
I will
I wanted
say-
to not
I will
like it,
say-
but this
it
shit
wasn't-
is funny as fuck
It
because
is because they shouldn't
Danny's
be-
playing the straight man that's like, oh, well, no, let's not do that over there. And then Shampoo's like, what, man? I was going to flick the bitch in the ass.
Right, right.
And,
Yeah,
and that's good for first episode.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
It's-
good
Yeah.
for first episode.
It actually works.
it does work. It does work.
yeah.
And
Something's working for this nigga.
even if it does work, it's nasty work. It's nasty work.
that's
nasty.
the square street dynamic. That shit is cool.
Yeah.
But like, I'm gonna have to keep watching. I wasn't like I felt like I had to watch this because of my job.
I
You know
see.
what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
feel like this is just a regular thing.
So
I would just be chilling and watching.
I don't 100% know how much. First of all, I'm wondering how long this is going to last. Danny has stressed that he doesn't like working with people more than once.
He doesn't. He works too
stressed that.
fast by himself to be
He
able to like.
stressed that. So I'm wondering what structure this is going to be. Are you going to do seasons with this? Are you going to do weekly? Like he did say weekly in this, but I'm still wondering about seasons. Because from what I remember, I've heard Danny say more than one time he does not like working with people. So I'm wondering just, which also like leads me to the manipulator side because I'm like, you don't like working with people. You've stressed this more than once, and now you cracking off with a whole weekly podcast all of a sudden. Like, how much of this is a strategic move just to get information, like background information? One of the clips from this was Shampoo said, "I saw Joe going in on his co-host." And that was a clip that Danny was able to use in terms of his content. You know what I mean? So like, are you just using Shampoo in terms of like how long he can give you Joe Budden stories about those times that he was up there, and then once that runs dry, the podcast might run dry?
Did you turn Shampoo into a pawn, Danny?
But even thinking about that, it's like
I'm looking at you,
Are
dude.
these,
It's easy to look. It's easy to look like that. It's easy for it to look that way.
Are these two friends that became friends based on one common enemy?
Exactly.
This is more
So
like
that's already not going to last. That's literally, it's in the Bible.
Well,
Like,
I won't.
you can't make friends like
well,
that.
Rory and Maul lasted, and we didn't think that was going to last.
But they were already
little
friends
different.
too,
They
though.
were
Little
very
different.
cordial, though. They were very cordial.
Okay, that's a good point.
Very
That's a good
cordial.
point.
They did a show together for years.
Yeah,
cordial.
true.
Yeah.
But
True,
with
true,
this, it's almost like, how much does Danny trust? Is his name Shampoo?
Shampoo.
Yo,
I don't wanna
that's
keep
not even.
Shampoo.
I don't
Shampoo.
even think that's his name.
I don't want to keep mispronouncing it, but
He said he wants to go by King.
Yeah.
King-
Yeah, I think his name is King of all.
King of all
something.
blacks.
So, yeah, King of all blacks.
King
of
Whoa,
all
I didn't elect this nigga.
Yeah, this nigga's crazy.
King of all blacks.
He is funny as a motherfucker though.
Yeah, no,
I mean,
he's funny.
I can see why him calling into Howard Stern, Breakfast Club, and Star Report makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
Coak.
and
I call him
he's
Coak.
he's even funnier in contrast to Danny
It is
because
it
Danny
makes it
is
even
just
better,
sitting there all
yeah.
straight lacing shit.
The street.
It honestly makes it better. Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
And I mean, he seems pretty knowledgeable on most of the shit that he talks about too. So as long as Danny has the things to feed him,
Even better, he don't be knowing what the fuck is going on half the time.
Yeah.
So like the fact that like he got to keep asking questions to Danny, like,
Oh, yeah.
when he was on his podcast, and it was funny. It
was
just
good.
made sense.
It was good. I mean, hey, I'm here
He's
for it.
there for the information.
I'm
and he
here
just-
for however long it lasts.
It's well, I mean, look, it's we'll see. Typically, I mean, I've never seen niggas that hated one person and
Come
stayed
together.
friends.
Yeah, no, I
that's
feel- I
usually
feel
what
that too.
women do.
I feel that too,
And
for sure.
In my opinion, if I was to do that with a nigga, I wouldn't trust the nigga I'm claiming is my new friend.
You don't know that nigga.
Like if it became friends because we hated a nigga, I wouldn't trust you. I would be cool with you, but I would know in the back of my head, like I'm friends with this nigga because we both hate a nigga. I can't trust you like a regular person.
Right.
That just
Like
can't
that's
be. It just can't be everything.
It just can't be.
It can't be everything.
It can't be. We can
Thank
meet,
God. Well,
but
thank
hating
God
a
that.
nigga-
But not even okay. What?
we can meet hating a nigga, but if that's the only reason we're hanging out together, then it's never gonna work.
Yeah, and it would be worse.
And that's what this is. That's the only reason
Well-
that this is happening is because they hate the nigga.
And that's the thing. I'm at least glad they didn't make it the biggest reason. Like
I don't like that they named the first episode Improper Improv though.
And-
I didn't like
Yeah,
that.
it's a lot of
But
power.
without
given
making
around.
That
it
was like,
without making it a big reason, right?
yeah,
Like,
Because if you're
not-
gonna do that, you
He's
might
not
as
even
well.
slick yet.
yeah.
Because
That
if you're
was
gonna
weird.
do that, you
and
might
I mean,
as well
that
really.
was the dig. You know what I mean? That was the dig to Flip. But it was just like, if this isn't you pawning Shampoo as just a piece in your game with Flip, then you should have gave this a regular episode name.
Nah, Flip gonna throw a brick through your window, Danny.
You know what I'm saying?
And also, he named like the episode in the beginning before any cool shit was said. He was like, "Yeah, this episode is going to be
Right,
named
right.
Improper
It
Improv."
didn't come up because
Within like 5 minutes.
Because even when hit birds cry, like you have to watch it to understand.
Some shit you have to watch.
Because somebody commented like at the top of the premiere on that episode, and they were like, what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah,
it's like,
artsy niggas.
It's like,
Yeah.
you have to watch to understand.
You have to watch
but
it.
it makes complete sense when you watch the damn show.
And this was
Yo.
this was the most premeditated podcast I've ever watched.
Yeah.
And that's probably the reason why it kind of took me out of it. I just felt like
felt that. I feel
just
you.
felt like it wasn't the most
It
natural.
didn't feel real.
I didn't feel like Danny was even being fully himself. And that could be because it's first episode.
Now, go to that Blue Chew ad. Everybody is being themselves on this podcast.
Oh yeah. Is there a marker on it though?
There's a marker
30 seconds for that. Go to that Blue Chew ad.
Blue Chew that was funny.
Nigga, this shit is
It was
fucking
funny.
Like it was so funny. We're not even getting the funniest version.
Yeah,
Because there was a bunch of cuts and edits.
Yeah.
So that means
yeah.
he had to stop that nigga's flow. It's crazy. This never happens.
They're just warming up.
We'll never just like, play the video and then start
Yes.
buffering.
Yeah.
That's
I
rare.
guess it's a good moment to subscribe to the Patreon because we didn't shout it out in the beginning.
Yeah, and subscribe. Hit the like on this video, and subscribe to our video for all you certain percentage of people that aren't watching, that aren't subscribed but watch every week.
And all the bad bitches.
Elliot, I don't think you're subscribed to our channel.
Elliott, 2 T's.
Yeah, 2 T's. You need to
You ain't
subscribe.
sub?
You need to subscribe.
I don't even want it.
Especially if you're gonna be
He gonna
dipping-
fuck with our demographic.
Especially if you dipping into the 3-0 podcast too. You know what I'm saying?
And if you know that, if you know how to subscribe, you know how to hit the bell.
right? Yeah, facts.
Hey everybody, this episode is brought to you by Blue Chew. Shammy, tell us a bit more about Blue Chew.
Blue Chew, I use it, and there's a lot of tablets out there that you could take that will get you erect and sustain longer, yada yada yada. They're at gas station and everything. What makes Blue Chew different for me is that it makes you horny. Very few of them get you in the mood. Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra, and Cialis. You know Viagra wears away when you eat something.
Oh, okay.
That was the downside of Viagra. It was
Look at that.
If you stay hungry, you can stay hard. But if you take it out to dinner and it's in gum form,
So it's a bit more ingestible than like its competitor.
and you could do it inconspicuous, like you chewing gum. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Blue Chew. Is a great product. BlueChew.com. They're gonna be one of our sponsors. And I'm looking forward to it.
The good people at Blue Chew, discreet
Yes.
packaging, it gets right to your doorstep, and you can have a good night with whoever that special lady is or whoever
That's right.
you want to hang out with. Thank you to Blue Chew. We'll be
Whoever
right
you
back to
wanna
the show
hang out
right now.
Or whoever you want to hang out with.
Yeah, whatever's your twist.
Yeah, the Blue Chew link will be in the link in our description as well too. But yeah, this has potential to be fucking hilarious for sure.
Yeah, we fuck with Danny, so sometimes we play his ads and shit.
Yeah, you know.
But nah, man, shout out to Danny and King. But I don't know.
I don't even know what to call this nigga. Is it King or Shammy?
I'll just keep watching.
Shampoo.
Yeah, Shammy
I like
too.
Shampoo over King because it's like Shampoo. I never met a nigga named Shampoo.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
I've never popped a Viagra either.
Who was bald?
All right, let's. Is Twitter Space ruining the Joe Budden podcast? Is my question, because a lot of the members have been spending a lot of time in there. Joe in particular, and Manny's been in there a lot. Flip has been in there a decent amount, and I won't say a lot, but a decent amount. But you know, there's a lot of complaints. We're gonna watch another Danny video actually. I want to play like Danny going in on the quality of the podcast. But you know, people like Danny and other people share the same sentiment as well too, where they feel like the podcast isn't giving it up. They're not giving it their all. Maybe they're blaming it on the summer months or blah blah blah. And then also, what was I about to say? Also, you can also go based off of what Shampoo said, how Joe came in laying the law down and said to the co-host in particular, y'all aren't giving it up. It's like y'all are phoning in your takes on this podcast. So
They lukewarm.
and Manny just kind of had a little crash out, an emotional crash out. I don't know. Like I put in the notes, it's like watching this whole 1 hour, it's like the nigga is really trying to like debate and have this type of weird conversation, this like intellectual conversation of why are you fans the way that you are
On Spaces, right?
on Spaces. And I'm just like, why are you doing this? Just
Yeah,
stop.
on
It's
Spaces.
like Joe is the only one that has like proven he can obviously handle it. He loves it. He can handle it. This is not making his performance better or worse. I don't believe that. But other people like a Manny and things like that, I think it does affect their performance.
You think that it kind of makes them like there's a second layer of consciousness when they're sitting down on the mic.
Right.
Yeah.
Because
They're thinking about what's happening right now and also what is going to be said later about what's happening right now.
it's the quickest, I think it's the quickest feedback you'll get per the episode, right? Because the audio comes out, there's no comments on the audio.
And this is what that's
But
the
you
thing.
jump on, but
It's
as
only
soon,
stars.
yeah, as soon as the podcast drops, you get on Spaces, you're hearing possibly some of the most radical versions of your fan base as well too.
Well, not it's
Isn't it-
nothing they probably don't see in text or see in the comment section. You about to handle that?
Move, girl, go.
Oh, don't kick him out like that.
Yeah, it looks worse when he's got the cone on and you kick him out.
It does.
Yeah,
It
and
looks so
if-
much worse.
If y'all
But the cone is all to help him heal and shit, but it just
Yeah.
looks insane on camera with the cone.
It's like a homeless person that's handicapped.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
medicine not supposed to taste good, but
Right. Sorry.
that was funny. Please
Long term-
donate to us if y'all see his scar.
Pretty much saying like that's the first reaction that you're gonna get after an episode drops, and they might have them in the back of their head while they're actually trying to perform on the microphone.
Yeah, and that's always bad. That never works.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's always bad. If you're thinking about what like Jameson is gonna say about your episode immediately, or what's his name, Slick, or something like that. Like,
And it's all in audio form. Like it's
Yeah.
different reading the comments.
Yeah.
because you can.
It is different.
We've been trained to deal with reading a little bit more. It's like
That's true.
whatever, it's a comment.
Yeah.
but like when niggas just talking. And it's like you can hear bed squeaking. It's like niggas really getting comfortable talking about like how ass you was. Like,
Yeah.
nigga, that's personal.
and I know, and Manny was really like caught up and really upset of the fact that they'll be on Twitter Spaces talking about their personal lives. It's just, nigga, what do you? First of all, like, of course, yes, the Joe Budden fan base are invested in these niggas. They're invested in y'all, so everything is fair game to y'all. You know, when you join that show, everything is fair game to that fan base. They're bought into not just it's y'all friendship. Like I want to dissect y'all friendship as a Joe Budden fan. Like that's the certain level that fan base comes with. So it's just
that's perfect.
Yeah,
Like, I can imagine a Joe Budden fan thinking that I want to dissect people's friendships.
yeah, and just and
I
then
want to see why you matter to that person.
so like hearing him just try to like get people to like, why do you guys do that? Nigga, stop asking them. This is what they do.
Yeah.
So what the fuck they do? God damn it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like,
were you not
that's-
debriefed?
yeah, were you not debriefed?
It's
God
almost as
damn.
annoying as a bad bitch going like, "Why is everybody looking at me?" Like,
Right.
this bitch.
Right.
No, cut your titties off. Die.
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna change
Shit.
it. You're not gonna change shit.
It's just
You
what
know
it
what I mean?
is.
It's like you know why people are doing it, but
And I think a lot of
Yeah.
people just are. Manny has showed that he's just not. He can't handle it, bro. If it's not praise and worship, he can't handle the other side because we're stressing in this thing like how much he was. He be in the A-nods, the anonymous or whatever, like listening, and it's like
You use that as
nigga.
an abbreviation for him?
Yeah, that's the abbreviation.
That's
for
a sign of defeat.
the A-noms is the
Nah,
anonymous
that's-
listeners. When you go into a Twitter
Yeah.
space, you can choose to have your icon and name show up or
short
go in
for
anonymous. Yeah.
See,
But,
I don't be in these spaces.
yeah, nah, man, this latte flavored nigga.
I'll be in the anonymous too, or sometimes I'll show myself, but I'm just not getting up on the stage like that.
If y'all were Joe Budden pundits on his show, how often?
I think we already are.
Yeah,
Right.
Depends
we're-
on who you
Yeah,
ask.
It depends on who you
How
ask.
often would you be in that spaces? Like reasonably, I feel like maybe,
Okay, if
maybe
we-
two times a month, I'll do it.
Maybe
Never.
once, bro. But honestly, I'm really leaning towards never. But if
Never.
if Joe was literally like, I want you on the podcast,
But if-
I'm eliminating that Twitter space from my life 100%.
But it's one of those
It's
things.
never happening.
If
It's not
Joe
happening.
doing it, I might pop in just to like fuck with the people because
'Cause he
Joe uses it correctly.
Yeah, he does.
You know what I mean?
He
Like
uses it for manipulate. He uses it for his pleasure.
for his pleasure,
Right, yeah.
his twisted fantasies.
Literally, yes.
You know what I
yes,
mean?
yes,
His harebrained schemes.
yes.
Nigga, I remember I was listening to a space one day, and like they were so passionate. They were talking about Mel too.
I think I might have listened to that
Every
one.
time the last spaces I've joined, they've been talking about Mel a lot. I don't know if we started that conversation and whatnot.
Yeah, we
but
do,
like
yeah.
Mel's position at Joe Budden is really getting like
Ridiculed.
yeah, it's really,
That's what this that Danny video that we're gonna look at. I don't even know if I want to play this in Manny part. We might be able to
Might as well just play
skip
this.
it.
If we play
because
Talk
I watched this
FNF, we
video
can play anybody.
and it was a
man.
lot better than that.
Yeah, give it Manny some shine. Let's go back to that shit. It doesn't. It honestly does not matter where we. It does not matter where we click. Just hit play.
All right, tempo.
This ain't my name, like attached to it. Like the podcast is called the Joe Budden Podcast. So at any
And that's why I don't be caring, because I be seeing the gift.
yeah, but that's cool. But Joe,
Y'all can say whatever the fuck
yeah,
y'all
but
want
cool.
to
But
say.
Joe was built.
I put that phone down and have a
Yeah, no,
fight.
cool. That's cool. Of course. And so do I. But I'm also understanding that the realization of this is I have not been engulfed into this world as much as him or other people. So now when I'm now having to bear witness to how people can take this and either feel way more comfortable or feel way more empowered to be disrespectful on certain levels,
Can you pause?
I don't know how to handle that.
That's
My
how you
only
know.
resolve at this point.
That's how you
is-
know he was never going to be a successful music artist.
Because he can't handle this
He
shit.
can't take criticism.
Yeah,
He's having problem with this. He was never going to be singing on mic at the BET Awards.
Well,
That shit
yeah.
never
You know
gonna
he's
happen.
also newly in a relationship. So I wonder
I
if
didn't know that.
some of the shit that's being said is getting back to like, you know, his girl. Some of the
that'll do it.
conversation.
But that's
That'll do
not.
it.
But that's
Coming
not.
in.
That'll
Her,
do it, goddamn
that's
it.
not
He's
her
having
fault.
trouble
That's
at
still
home.
his fault.
Yeah, that'll do it, goddamn it.
That's not her fault. That's still his fault.
Still his fault.
It
that
is.
can
I mean,
happen
for
if
sure.
he.
That's
if-
still his fault.
Yeah. He could be Chris Brown and that would still happen to him. You know what I mean?
Like-
so, and it's gonna be worse.
Exactly.
So at a certain point,
Yeah,
you just
it's
kind
way
of gotta
worse.
understand the game that you playing.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what he's admitting right here is that I didn't really know that if I gave my opinion, the people would have opinions of my opinions
Yeah.
But I've heard him say that too. That's why I'm not accepting that.
He
because he
tried-
said it too many times.
Yeah, I've heard
So
him
the
say
fact that you
that.
say it that time and now you're saying it
There's
again.
only-
Yeah, it's like
You can only
just when you
take-
gonna get used to it, nigga.
Yeah.
Damn.
You can only take the cool way out maybe 3 to 4 times before
Max.
it's not cool anymore.
Yeah.
You also
True.
gotta have a certain sense of humor. You know what I mean? Like if you read that shit and it like okay, some of the shit's gonna piss you off, especially if they like poke at a real insecurity.
Yeah.
like
Right, for sure.
I
Which
don't
we
like
get
my
those.
chin. A nigga talked about my chin. All right, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Or
for
whatever.
sure, for
But
sure.
at a certain level, you just gotta understand this is all theater, damn near.
For sure.
And once you get on some
You gotta
people's
look
bad,
at it satirically.
Yeah.
and once you get on some people's bad side, like I just feel like in the internet in general, everything's fair game. So like your family, your dog that just died, like all that stuff is fair game, and it could
Even if it shouldn't be. Because
Even if
we're
it
not
should-
we're not
even if
trying
it
to
shouldn't
justify
be.
and say
Yeah,
that
I'm not-
it is.
exactly.
That's just
But
the world.
It's just
It's-
what
that
it is.
exists.
Yeah,
And
it's just what it
literally
is.
like what y'all describing isn't the internet, it's life. Like
Pretty
at
much,
any
yeah.
moment, you could be in Home Depot and a racist just walk up to you and like do something to you.
Right.
You know,
Smack the paint samples at your
smack that
hands.
plank out your hand. Be like, you should be hanged by that, nigga. You shouldn't be carrying it.
I just can't imagine the audacity that you'll have on your
Good
phone,
one.
but you
That was a good one. Man. We
Racist
love
jokes.
that.
But nah, man, Spaces is fucking crazy. Like every time I join it, they be like,
Yeah, like,
it be
I
a bunch
enjoy-
of women in it too, and I'm like, damn, how they got all these?
It'd be like
It'd
be respectable looking women.
that's
Respectable looking women.
Even if
Well,
they're
that's-
not though, it's
that's
still
that's Joe's fan base
vaginas.
though.
You're right.
That's Joe's fan base.
You're right.
Like we have 5% women on this channel. Thank you to Joe.
And don't none of them got
And
BBLs.
Joe, I feel like Joe has, this is completely different from what
Yeah.
we're talking about. But Joe has a lot more black women than I feel Charlamagne does. That's just what I'm seeing. That's what I feel like.
He's entertained them more. Charlamagne is pandered to him, but you gotta understand.
Exactly.
Joe Budden got up. What day did Love and Hip Hop used to come out on?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Nigga,
But
7
like-
o'clock on the
But
dot.
women loving women
he
loving,
talked to black women.
Women loving Joe. That's fine. Women loving Joe Budden more. It really shows you like bitches like bad boys. You know what I mean? They don't. Bitches don't like good guys,
funny as
nigga.
shit.
That's what I'm saying. Charlamagne
Bad
got.
boys. You say that with a straight face, nigga.
I said it, I was smirking.
He said that with a straight
I didn't. I just But nah, I watched this Danny
With a
video. This shit was
bad
kind of
boy.
funny.
Yeah, just as walking off his show.
Because
and
did you know why he
it's-
walked off?
Go to the halfway point because that's when Danny goes on a fucking crazy rant.
He was talking about Mel.
Like right here.
And what do you think Mel? I mean,
Go back a
Mel.
little bit actually.
What do you think Danny's gripe is with Mel? He was really
Okay.
going in on her.
What's anybody's gripe with Mel? Nigga?
I mean, niggas love to have problems with Mel. It's just what it is, I think.
She just easy to beef with.
In sidebar, there's a video of Patrice O'Neal on the radio talking to Mel.
Oh, word?
The shit is crazy.
Oh, I'm definitely looking at it.
I'm gonna send you all the video. It's
yeah.
literally like,
Why is that not more important than what we talking about right now?
I'm not gonna lie. When you said that, it almost made me just say, let's just scrap this video and watch
everything that Mel says now. I go, oh my god. Like in the video, Patrice was like, you know how Patrice go. He's just like,
right.
If you had a dude that could take care of you, and she was like, well, yeah, I mean, my idea of cheating is a little bit different. If he can take care of me, and then you think, you think of the niggas that like I don't know shit about Mel, but I know she fuck with Drake,
right?
And I know Drake fucking bitches.
Yeah, right,
he ain't
right.
going to do the one bitch, it's fucking Drake,
right.
I don't know where his dick been, but it's like if I was Drake, I would be fucking these bitches.
I'm with you.
I'll be fucking this bitch, dude.
Just say what you're trying to say, nigga. Just say it.
What I'm trying to say, Mel is a liar.
Okay.
And I'm gonna send y'all that video of Patrice.
Okay. Yeah, let's watch this. See if he's in his rant.
Yeah, Loki don't believe that exists.
That happens is Joe asked for this part of the episode where he says that he posted a picture on Instagram while he was beefing with the cast to be taken out. And it's not taken out. So not only are the people in the front of the camera slacking, the people in the back of the camera are slacking. Telling y'all, man, the episode, they in a bad spot. The Joe Budden podcast is in a bad spot. I had people come to me be like, they number one, Danny. Just because you number one don't mean you ain't falling off. The Breakfast Club is still number one, but that don't mean they're the same show they used to be. This whole thing is holding on by a thread. And by me saying that is that I mean that, it's just the chemistry is The chemistry is not really good right now. And Joe knows it. Why are they in Spaces so much? Why are they arguing with the fans about how they see things? Joe walks into Spaces constantly and is always talking about how, Twitter is just a small subset of fans. Well, the reason it's striking him so hard, why it's striking Imani so hard, is because it's probably true. In those spaces, the people hating on the show aren't me, even though I be hating on the show too. It's the people that rock with the show. The people that love the show.
You know what I didn't realize is I didn't realize how slow he was talking in this one.
Yeah, nah, Danny was real reluctant.
Yeah, this got Ďᵢ Jackson slowness to it. You know what I'm saying?
It's funny you say I don't remember it being this slow either. Might have to move it up to like 6:30. But
and go to 1.25.
Yeah. Yeah, 1.25. 1.5 might be too
Move
fast.
the time up. We'll go forward.
Yeah, go to 6 minutes. Actually, go to when you see Mel on the screen or something like that. Somebody new. Okay, yeah, go to break. Go to where the break idiot starts. Yeah, there we go. No, back.
Yeah, I'm here.
Brilliant Idiots is coming for y'all. I don't think y'all see it. Brilliant Idiots is knocking on your doorstep. The way Charlamagne just went in on Elliott, that was shades of the old Charlamagne. And if they really take it half as serious as they should be able to pack up this version of the Joe Budden podcast because it is at a weak point and there's something severely lacking. Nobody outside of Joe, nobody cares about this as their top priority. They're all looking to do something else. Imani's dropping an R&B album. Some old school R&B. I heard a song the other day. I was like, this is some black background, rain falling from the sky type stuff. What? It's just on Earn Your Leisure, talking about selling houses. Melissa Ford wants to be an actor. She wants to do The View. But the thing is, she can't garner the same attention doing that type of stuff. She can't garner the same paycheck doing that type of stuff. Melissa Ford is Melissa Fraud. It's gotten so bad on the pod that Ice looks like he's the best podcaster after Joe. It is a systemic failure from the bottom to the top. In New Jersey, there is a tsunami of mid, and it's washing upon the shores of New York City. It's weak. Put the phone down. Stop going on Twitter Spaces. I want to talk to y'all. I want to hear you have something to say.
I like sped
The Spaces, it happened to me. I was doing too many Spaces. I was like, man, This space stuff don't matter in the grand scheme of things. Started doing less spaces. My commenters was like, yo, Danny, you think spaces is everything. And they were right. And I want you guys to go through that same realization. The Joe Budden podcast is definitely spiraling. And I'm here to save it, y'all. And all of you people who love Joe, who love this podcast, y'all need to stop treating them with kid gloves. Because it is.
Yeah, man. So Twitter Spaces might be a downfall, but I don't think it's solely that.
Yeah, nah.
It's not solely that, but for certain people, for sure.
That's just a point of emphasis you can refer to.
Yeah, I feel like a Manny for sure the most because he's outside of Joe. I'm just not counting Joe in this at all because I generally just don't think it's affecting him at all. I really don't.
Nah, yeah.
Probably making him stronger. That's probably how he charges his chi.
That's what I'm saying.
Just goes on Twitter Spaces.
Yeah. But a Manny and the people that
but
and if there's show members listening in the anonymous that we don't know, you know what I mean? That's always a possibility.
There's always a possibility, but you know, they're hiding.
Danny is funny. He was like, "Ice look like the best one." That's how bad it is.
And now you know he hates to say that.
Right, there was a moment.
He led the charge on the hate, the Ice hate.
Yeah, there was definitely a moment on the episode I was watching today where like Ice had me dying laughing.
Yeah,
Ice had you dying laughing.
Yeah, he did. They was talking about how weird Mel is or how easy she is to be like pawned by a drug dealer or like shoved off by a drug dealer. And Ice was like, imitating her, and he was like, yeah, can I please get one weed? Like imitating her and shit like that. I was like, yo, that's actually funny.
Because she is Canadian.
That's hilarious.
And that's another thing with the and by the way, it's called Lip Service Interview with Patrice O'Neal for all of you.
Even better. It's
that,
wait,
Angela Yee?
Is it Angela Yee?
Yeah, it was Angela Yee, and
it's a legendary lineup right
So when
now.
I was listening to
where
it,
was this hiding at on YouTube?
So yeah, RP Patrice. But when I was listening to it, I was even thinking like, damn, like everything that we say about Mel is true because there's no reason why.
Sorry,
she's here. Go to if you wanted to.
Well, no, we'll save this for next week.
Okay.
We'll save this for next week.
But y'all check it. But I was listening to it, I'm like, damn,
Check it.
she was so cool
Sound like
when
Elliott.
I was listening to this. I'm like, why is it different now? And it might be because of like what Danny said. She has more options.
Well, how old
as
was
far
she
as-
in that one?
It doesn't, she's always looked.
Yeah, let's not go
No,
into this.
I'm not even talking about the looks, but like how old was she actually in that video?
Probably 20 something.
That probably changes a lot.
Yeah,
Maybe 30, maybe 30.
I don't know. I haven't watched.
It's hard to tell.
I don't know.
He just throwing out an answer. He didn't even send a thumbnail.
Once you listen to it, you could tell she looked good. Like you could tell.
But I'm not even asking on
I
that
know,
time.
but
I'm just like, where is
I
her
don't know.
brain at?
You're right.
You get what I'm
I
saying?
get what you're saying.
She might be in a different mental space now because she's an older person.
But like I said,
Right.
it could also be because of the options. Like
Well, let's just go into that next week because we're not about to go into detail on it because we're not going to listen to it. Let's go into. See, I kind of want to, and I kind of want to go to office hours. I ain't gonna lie.
Kamala?
do we got one more thing? What time is it?
Here's the other thing, but I think I think it's strong where it's at right now.
Show
show-wise.
28.
You think it's strong?
I think it's a strong show. Yeah,
I think it's strong.
yeah.
Yeah, because the last it was.
It's like stuff that I want to
getting
touch
soft
on, but
now.
I didn't have to. You know, it is getting pussy.
It's getting a little soft now.
Jesus,
All right,
getting
all right.
flaccid.
We gotta
Just say
get into a
flaccid.
topic.
Just say flaccid.
All right. Bring us back up, man.
Office hours.
No preparation.
It is the part of the show which we love the most because we get out of here. But nah, for real though, #office hours is in the comment section. We like to answer your questions. We love to answer your questions. We love to answer your questions. We love to answer your questions. I've been watching a lot
How
of
about
Dr.
you?
Umar.
What the fuck was that?
You say it 3 times so they remember it.
Okay.
That's what Dr.
Well,
Umar
make sure
takes.
y'all
You got to
send.
say it with a different
But
tone each time.
also,
Send audio ones too as well. If you want to have your audio play, because that's gonna be the first. That's gonna be the first office hours that we listen to. Is an audio one from Carl. But yeah, if you want to send one, just DM it on Instagram, and we'll take it from there. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this first one.
Shout out to Carl, man. I've never met a mean Carl.
What's up, fellas? This your boy Carl calling back again, 49-year-old man. Hey, check this out. It's funny because AJ, you must have some kind of sense about me or something. Talking about he sound like he drive a Cadillac. Well, I had about 12 of them in my life. You know what I'm saying? I used to work selling Cadillacs, and it's funny that you just heard that through my voice. But then I really do have a serious question to ask you. I was thinking before I sent this message, I said, you know what? I think that Queen's Flip is really trying to get fired from Joe Budden podcast. I think it's something in his contract that if he quit, he don't get paid. But if he get fired, he get paid a certain amount of money. And I have to make 2 messages. I'm sorry, AJ, because it's something that really, really happened right at this.
Still going.
Okay, here it is. I watch y'all podcast late at night, just like y'all make it late at night. And right after I watch y'all podcast, by that time, the new Joe Budden podcast had come on. And I was listening to it, and it played for about an hour and 2 minutes. And then at an hour and 2 minutes, Flip he said, you know, I got a question for you, Joe. And then all of a sudden, you just hear him say, hey, can you turn that off for a minute? And they turned the whole podcast just shut off right there at an hour and 2 minutes. And then about an hour later, now you got to realize it's about 5 o'clock in the morning here in Houston. About an hour later, another Joe Budden podcast came out and it was 2 hours and 21 minutes. And they did not mention nothing about the old podcast. It's something going on over there. Do your research or do your science and get back with me.
One more.
I know it's getting kind of long, but this message is directly for y'all. I was watching your podcast and I really like.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Y'all started.
I'll wait then. I'll wait to do that one. I love this nigga, man.
Yeah, now shout out Carl.
Twitter Space don't have no Carl. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Twitter Space ain't got no Carl.
He's on Shampoo.
All right, so yeah, going back to answering this first question, thinking he might be trying to get fired. I mean, Joe Budden do be suspending niggas, but it would be interesting if there was like a severance. Like that's some real corporate shit. Like
you really get expelled.
You know what I mean? Or actually, that happens in. Take that back. That's not even super corporate because that happens in entertainment contracts. You know, where you get a guarantee.
Yeah.
Also,
Funny way out. And
also
shit.
super corporate. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Super corporate.
Guarantee.
Like that happened with Tucker Carlson. He still got paid even though he got fired. So it's
you got the guaranteed amount of your contract.
Yeah.
It's so never mind. That's not outlandish, honestly, because he might be because his YouTube channel is so lit right now. He might be like, well, let me just get the guarantee money and take my ass back to my channel. You know what I mean? Like that.
Yeah.
It's not ridiculous to think. It's not.
Yeah, it's not the wildest theory, but it's just it's the motive. What was his motive?
Yeah.
Like why would it?
Yeah, because how much time are you really losing doing the Joe Budden podcast? You don't have to prepare nothing. You just have to show up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sometimes you don't even got to do that.
Yeah. So yeah, having to. Yeah, I don't know.
That is an interesting theory though. He's trying to kamikaze himself, but like keep his benefits.
And also to think that Flip wouldn't just leave if he didn't truly want to.
I don't think he would.
Yeah, he doesn't seem like a long-term strategist.
I don't think anybody would just leave the podcast, the Joe Budden podcast, just because it's the promotion. Just being there is too good, man.
Yeah,
it's too good, bro. Every episode getting an average of 1 to 2 million plays. You know what I mean? Like,
that might translate to your R&B album.
And translate to your R&B album, translate to your houses that you're selling or whatever, like whatever Ish is doing.
Your bakery, where you split.
That
your
doesn't really
muffins.
translate over to. Well, I guess it translates over to your movies. You have more viewers to watch, I guess. But shit, when she did that one movie, nobody watched it but Parks. So.
Oh, you talking about Mel?
I'm talking about Mel.
I was like,
sorry,
who the fuck is making movies? Nigga?
Sorry, yeah, actress. Yeah, Yes. But nobody watched it except Parks because I think it was
a music video.
I think it was like a Lifetime video too. Lifetime movie.
Oh well, that's why.
So it was like niggas. Yeah,
that's not a real movie.
Yeah, a lot of us don't classify that as a movie. So
not no fucking movie. That's like
It's
a
a
long.
movie. It's a movie.
That's a long. That's a TV show. That's a short TV show.
It's 3 TV shows in one.
Yeah,
pretty much. Yeah.
Beginning, middle, and end. Nigga.
Yeah,
God,
it's a whole series.
So yeah, I'll get to this last one now.
Did we answer this question?
We did. Drop in the comments what y'all think about that theory too.
Yeah, that's interesting. Though. Shout out
Yeah,
Carl.
yeah.
Why the fuck you up so late?
And he's getting up early.
Oh, okay.
He watches us at night. That was another thing too. He brought up the whole episode being taken. They got rid of the episode. They deleted the episode and came back. Danny covers it. We didn't cover it. It's whatever.
I know it's getting kind of long, but this message is directly for y'all. I was watching your podcast, and I really like when y'all started discussing the things behind the scenes of the podcast with each other. How AJ was talking to the mic, talking over Tone Groove, and no. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, fellas. I do be getting y'all mixed up. Y'all look like y'all brothers. But anyway, all that was great down there. I love to see your dynamic that you have going on. Seem like everybody really get along. Wasn't no big argument or nothing. That situation would have blown over at the Joe Budden podcast. But with all that being said, just let me take the time to tell you, keep that shit to yourself. Y'all can do that on your own time. We don't want to hear it no more. Now we understand the dynamic. Keep that shit off mic. Nah, I'm just messing with y'all fellas, man. Love the show, man. Y'all have a good one.
Nah, he won't mess with us. He was giving us tough love. Y'all need to keep that shit off mic.
Yo, Carl's the best, yo.
Shout out Carl, man.
He said, "Now I know what was going on. Lauren be fucking up." Nah, I assumed it anyway.
Carl know how to smoke some meat.
Yeah.
I know it.
That sounds crazy.
He's from the South. Carl know how to meat. Shout out all the Memphis niggas. You know what I'm saying? Might be
he's from Houston.
It's like
I know, but that's smoking meat. So my boss, right? Okay. I got home. I got back from work.
But why do you think he knows the smoking meat?
Right.
You just
I
had
got back from work one day. And my boss like, "Hey man, you know, I smoked some chicken." I'm like, "Word, Larry? I mean, what are you telling me?" He was like, "Hey man, you better go get you some chicken." That chicken was so good. It was like the perfect amount of juicy and texture, but it was also done. You know
I have met a smoke. It's like crock potting at a higher level.
But it's to get like a real Memphis smoker, you have to go to Memphis.
Those shits are expensive.
The type
too.
of nigga.
Like the smokers. Some of those smokers are expensive as fuck. Yeah.
But shout out to Carl, man. I know he probably go crazy on the grill. But hashtag office hours. Shout out to Benny Musica. Bimmy is the brother of 𝙿𝙾𝚃𝚃, former manager of Nicki Minaj, Gucci Mane. She's also the mother of Waka Flocka, which is why Waka was mentioned in Bimmy's story. Bimmy and Deb were part of the docuseries Hip Hop Uncovered, where they tell the story of their come up alongside a bunch of other notable street/hip hop figures like Big U. I'd recommend watching it, maybe even discuss it, because I was thoroughly entertained. Much love from the Netherlands.
Why do we have so many people from the Netherlands watching us? And why do they know more about us than?
But that's the second person. That's so random.
Is a lot.
That is a lot.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
Two real ones. It's not like 2% on the.
I'm gonna look at our
demographic
analytics
charts.
to see exactly how many are phoning in from Netherlands. But what's also interesting is I might watch that documentary, but I have to know, is Ice-T the voice? Because if Ice-T's the voice, I'm in. If Ice-T or MC Light is the narration, or that other nigga,
Rakim,
he's a UK rapper. Fuck, y'all know who I'm talking
Gigs,
about. If we're talking about
Central C.
If we're talking about hip hop documentaries, the only three voices I want to hear is Ice-T, MC Light, and that UK Shad.
Oh yeah,
Shad.
Shad.
Those are the only three voices I accept. But okay, all right, yeah.
And I understand why us not knowing who Bimmy was is kind of important. That's Waka Flocka's uncle.
Yeah,
yeah, and I definitely knew Deb. I remember I watched the Deb interview. I think she was on My Expert Opinion. I actually watched that one. That was at least 2 years ago though.
Hashtag Office Hours. Please cover the last flagrant episode with shits and gigs from the UK. When you guys check the comments, you will know why. As a European, this was hard to watch.
I should have probably watched.
Yo, I remember turning that episode on and then turning it off.
Likewise, nigga.
Damn, for real?
Same.
I don't like European dudes.
Well, that's not why for me, but
I don't know. It's just the accent sometimes. I can't really.
What about South American dudes? That's
I don't mind it.
style?
I like that one dude. I can't remember. It's a collective.
Asian.
I like that one dude. I don't know what his name is. He's fucking hilarious though, man.
That nigga funny.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, he's funny.
He's not that funny.
He's so funny. He nameless.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, it's because I enjoy watching his clips when they come up, but I don't subscribe.
Oh, he just a clip nigga.
Right now,
AJ, he's watching.
I'm too American. I haven't subscribed to any of these UK niggas yet. You know,
But I don't even.
That's what I'm saying,
bro.
Yeah.
I don't like same with Tone. Like we can talk about like UK as a whole, but in general, UK entertainment just not my style.
Yeah, nah. It don't get. I can't get jiggy with
I
that.
haven't watched a single episode of Shits and Gigs.
I haven't.
Neither have I.
And I don't know if that's wrong.
Isn't Shits and Gigs the podcast that you was talking about that always got brought up when you mentioned you had a podcast?
Yeah, I kind of crashed out. I kind of had a meltdown.
Yeah.
Because I had a meltdown. I did because people kept comparing us to them. No, it was. I hated it. What happened. What kept happening was, I would say I do a podcast to somebody, anybody, and they'd be like, "Oh, you should do like Shits and Gigs," and I'd be like, "Fuck them niggas!" Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
nigga, it's like we got 3 shows, nigga. I don't give a fuck with them. You know, this shit really used to just like get to me. Like,
and it is
that's like people, and it's. I understand they're being nice and they didn't mean nothing behind it, but it's like it was disrespectful to me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and at the same time, they're just trying to help because we are stupid for not just doing that, just laughing at each other.
And just laughing at shit that's already viral on the internet. That's all they do.
Yeah.
It's like pulling up tweets, pulling up viral teas, pulling up viral Reddit posts, and we're just talking about shit that's already proven to be successful.
They do curation.
Essentially, yeah. So,
and that's the thing. Like, I mean, the same could be said for us, but at least, like, I think we try to take an original approach. But
right, yeah.
But yeah, shout out to that guy, man.
And yeah, I'm not gonna lie, like reading these comments, it made me remember everything that I did watch during this episode.
And why you didn't like it?
I don't think Schultz like European accents either. He wasn't letting them niggas get a word in sometimes.
That's just Schultz, though.
That's just Schultz though, but it's like
sometimes it's worse than others though.
It is
because remember when he had Russ
different
on,
when it's
and
two
the nigga was
niggas.
silent.
What?
It's different when it's two people that you're ignoring, or it's two people that you're cutting off.
It is different, yeah.
That's a different type of maybe Schultz is so masculine he interrupts niggas.
Yeah, that comment that put him in the same line as Piers Morgan, though, that is why I don't like watching both of them for a long period of time. Because both of them just cut their guests off so much.
I can dig.
You should watch them talk to each other.
Piers be having moments though. Like Piers has moments when he's doing really well, and then some moments where you're like, wow, this nigga's a fucking
Piers
prick.
literally.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. I be like, I can't stand this nigga, dog.
Yeah, bro. He's got on and off.
Oh my God.
He's got on and off moments. I've seen both for sure.
Piers literally he debated Destiny. Yeah, put him in his place.
I believe that. I believe that.
Like literally like a week ago. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I believe that. Yeah.
I know you was a Piers Morgan.
Hey,
Piers
you
are just
should've
like Piers are just like out masculine you at a certain point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
like in terms of like domination, like in the conversation. Pause.
That was crazy.
Jay's face his face scared me more than what I said. I said, oh shit, I crossed the line.
What about creative? Yeah.
you about to be a habitual line snapper, nigga.
Right,
You better back up.
I said, holy shit. I clearly took it too far. Let me bring it back.
Let me correct myself.
All right. Hashtag office hours. How do you think AI will affect the podcast industry? I could see how it would help with looking up information. How long do you think we have AI hosts? Would you even notice if we had 2 AI screaming it out, crack your muffin, dick talk, etc.? Oh, AI podcast host. Okay.
Yeah, nah, I think we are a long ways away from that. That's probably never happening.
Yeah.
Nigga, AI starts doing podcasts, nigga, that means we're gone. The human race is gone. They're listening to each other. We're gone.
Yeah.
We're out of here. Like, if they get to that point to where they can get, nigga, we are on the bottom of the food chain at that point.
Nigga, if Siri and Wally are talking.
Fuck that. No, that is a scary reality.
But as far as like affect the podcast industry, I remember one day when ChatGPT was new, I had typed in the 10 most like popular things going on in the world. Because I was like, I wonder if like this could work as like a thing to talk about. Like, just talk about the list of the top 5 most searched things in the world. Just talk about that shit. So that's how I think it will be affected.
Yeah, definitely.
As far as information wise,
definitely
like
in terms of research and podcast and stuff like that. But apparently it could be wrong too. But
nobody.
It could be wrong.
Well, he doubled down, so who knows?
Office hours. So is "or" the new word to say now?
Yeah, I don't like that shit.
Everybody's. Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't like it though.
I don't like it.
It is the new.
It is.
It's the new.
Who's
like,
been saying "or"?
It's just like the
It's the
new
thing.
generation.
Yeah.
Oh, you haven't seen that anywhere?
Like,
I thought they were talking about us in particular.
Nah.
So they're just saying- okay, gotcha.
there'll be a picture of like Anthony Edwards that looks cool as fuck, and like a kid will comment like, "Yo, that's like 1,000 aura points."
yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
I have not seen that.
Yeah,
at all.
like Duke Dennis.
You getting
be like,
old.
Duke Dennis got 100 aura points for this.
And it's weird because it's
Lost
almost
aura
like an
points.
indoctrination to like some weird
children on TikTok, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. Duke Dennis started Riz.
Yeah.
Did he really?
He did, yeah. Yeah. Him
Did
and
he? Did he create the term or did he popularize it?
I
Those
think
are two different
popularized
things.
it.
Okay.
Because I don't think, like, no offense to Duke Dennis, but I don't think he's that like creative a nigga to just abbreviate charisma to Riz.
You can't be athletic and mentally gifted.
Wow, that's crazy. It doesn't say the origin.
The term oral point, I was like, nobody's reading that shit. They was gonna watch us.
Oh no, I read it to myself, but I was really looking for a name though. So
As
like
to who did it.
Yeah, some say the term originated in sports where fans were giving athletes like LeBron James or early in 2014. Okay, so sports fans is what it's kind of sounding like.
It's not just sports though.
It's
but
not just, but okay,
it
At
could be
least
anything.
That's what they're saying.
You can use it however you would like. Like you see a nice.
I really haven't seen that though.
But the only thing is, it's kind of weird
I haven't
because
seen
I've
that.
only seen it in the context of other dudes using it on other dudes.
Yeah.
It's like a way to compliment
Like,
another
damn, this
man.
bitch got probably about 3 aura points. Like she could do better. I've never seen a nigga say
I
that.
see what
like,
you're saying. It's literally been used as a way to compliment other niggas
which is weird.
without being gay. Gotcha.
Which is weird.
Okay, okay.
Which
Well,
is why it's a
that's not
it's
all-
a
you
it's
just gave him a crazy
that's,
picture.
No, that's
Yeah, I
it's
did.
the
Yeah, I
under the
did.
table way
I got you.
of gay
Right.
men dapping up.
Gotcha.
For sure.
That's hilarious.
Women use it too. I've seen plenty of posts of like, what's the Tyler girl, and it's like, oh my god, that's like 1 billion mystical aura points for you.
Nigga,
That's so crazy. I haven't seen this
that's
at
not
all.
the same
Mystical
thing.
aura.
Yeah, I've seen
It's
it
the
lately.
same.
What's the thing?
Hashtag office hours. What pod do you think is the most likely to reassemble, or which one do you think will be most lucrative? Royal Mall back to Joe, Fig Munity goes back with Adam, or Wax back with Brilliant Idiots? It's a very good question.
Excuse me.
Wax
Definitely
back
going
with
wax.
Okay, let's start with most likely to reassemble.
Okay.
Royal Mall and Joe,
Wax.
Fig Munity. Yes,
Wax on the idiots
Wax
because
and
he
Idi-
didn't hit Charla.
Yeah, it's the most.
He allegedly hit somebody
It's
else.
the most reasonable for sure. There's too much ego in the other two situations. Way too much. It's never
Yeah.
gonna be the same.
That is true.
The most
Now, if Carla was a black woman, it might be different. I don't think Charla could. I don't think he could forget that.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
That is-
no,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
with you.
That is
I
bad
see what you're
marketing.
Spanish girl, she might have pushed you.
Yeah.
She probably had a knife.
That's when you start victim
What else was I supposed to do?
Exactly.
Yeah.
A Bodiqua with a blade? nigga?
Okay, so yeah, that would be okay. Most lucrative if they did get back together in a perfect world. Rory Mall and Joe.
Yeah, that probably make the most money.
Yeah, for
but
sure.
Joe wouldn't share any of it, so it wouldn't matter. This is mine.
And honestly, I don't know about.
If Fig Munity goes back to Adam, he's just gonna get more protection.
It'd be
More security, nigga. It's
yeah, I don't know
nothing
how
like-
much more profitable it'd be. I think that I'll say this. I say all the shows outside of No Jumper would do better. So like Community, back on Fig, and what are the shows that they have in Fig Munity now? If they kept all those shows, but then just went back to No Jumper, I think the parallel brands would be lifted
Big
up
boost.
more. Yeah.
From putting the shows on No Jumper or like just having them all be
just running in
encompassing?
parallel. You're running in parallel how they used to do back when they were there.
Yeah.
Oh, it'd be a lot of chili.
It'd be a lot of chili. It just wouldn't all go back to
plenty
one
of
place,
chili.
but they would probably have the most money circulating because there'd be
It's so much.
there's so many fucking trees off that branch. You know what I'm saying? So there'd be the most money circulating there, but most lucrative overall, just like high ticket item, it'll be Rory Mall and Joe, because niggas are just gonna drop it back. Like they just
Rory would probably cry.
If Rory cries on camera, that's at least $1 million in revenue. Every tear he sheds,
Them orange juice tears.
is another $1 million in revenue.
orange juice.
Which is high in vitamin
Shit's
C.
hey, shit's valuable as fuck.
He got the Sunny Delight tears.
Ginger tears go for a lot of money.
Ginger tears.
I don't know. I heard ginger tears are a high commodity or high in demand.
I thought she was about to say
fucked it
acidic.
Fuck,
It's ruined
I
now.
should have put this
It's
up with
over.
I should have put this up with the segment.
But I'll read it anyway. Hashtag office hours. What do y'all think of Danny's new show with Shampoo? Stop the King? I think this move shows how calculated Danny is. Does Joe now rethink his strategy? I
Is
don't know.
making
People
an
keep
obvious
saying-
news.
That's what I was just about to say.
An obvious move calculated. Like if
It's
I
not
move
calculated.
my first pawn to the middle spot, does that mean I'm good at chess?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or do I just kind of have a basic
Well, it could be a
understanding of the
calculated
game?
move because it looks regular to us because it's happened. But like, who reached out to who decided upon this? Who, you know what I'm saying? Like behind the scenes, it could be.
But this is the problem.
It'd be
Tony,
different.
Tony, this is the problem with what you're saying. How like words are being used when they're not supposed to be. Like
Yeah.
the word isn't calculated. The word may be grimy, maybe like slithery, but it's not calculated. Like calculated is such a specific word.
This is like he didn't calculate it. It's not calculated when your girlfriend like fucks somebody that you like or that's close to you to get back at you. That's not
Right.
calculated. That's just like a temper tantrum.
Right. Yeah.
That's
True.
just let me do this so I can immediately hurt this nigga's feelings. If anything, this kind of shows that Danny's playing checkers.
Or maybe he's spiteful.
But then he's,
Like,
but then he,
Spiteful.
no, but Johnny, but then he says, does Joe now rethink his strategy? See, he's speaking from the position of Joe is making a conscious effort to bring Danny down. That's how it seems too. You know what I mean? Because does Joe rethink his strategy
I think Joe.
on what, the downfall of Danny? Like
I
what
think
the fuck
Joe-
is that? Is that an active strategy that we all believe? That's the question that needs to be answered from
No.
Danny. Danny, you answer this question, and people who do the science and part of the science community. Do y'all really believe that Joe has an active vendetta to bring the stop down? I genuinely want to know that.
Nah.
I think he can play. He plays with Danny when he feels like playing with him, and that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like
It's that simple.
Yeah.
When he wants Danny to acquiesce, he's gonna act unruly.
Yeah, but I mean, it almost feels like he even thinks this nigga got like a fucking messenger board where he had to erase the back end of his plans or re-strategize now that they done linked up.
Yeah, nah.
I just don't think it's that deep.
Yeah, Danny definitely isn't playing it at hard.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just some goofy shit to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just something to do.
It's just something to do.
I
But
would
it's,
say.
he didn't like. It'd be different if he really like played a hand in the fallout of
Yeah.
Flip and Shampoo.
Right.
If he orchestrated
Right.
that,
Yeah.
he sent the bitch in to like give him the drugs, and then she didn't give him the drugs.
Right, yeah.
That's
yeah.
different.
That is true.
But
yeah.
just picking up on the obvious thing to do.
Right.
This is kind of like in 21 when a nigga airball and you just, instead of taking it back,
Literally.
you throw it up in the air.
Literally.
You fucking asshole.
That is my go-to.
Take 2 points.
That's my go-to right there.
That's why you and Danny cool.
Get all easy buckets.
I was about to say all easy buckets. Ain't that easy? What's the record? But shout to A Brown Music, who I think makes music. Hashtag office hours. Who's the best?
He better.
Yeah, he better, right? And this nigga be commenting all the time. Yo, A Brown, comment. Send us your music to Menace. But hashtag office hours.
To Menace.
I'm gonna just go to his.
Where is that?
Yeah.
Send it to Menace.
While
Have
you're
our
reading
people
it, I'll go to his
get
YouTube
contact.
channel.
Who's the best podcast B Mike right now? What does it take to be a podcast B Mike? My choice is Demarius from Rory and Maul.
You made it wronger.
Yeah. You
Well,
were
I
right.
said it, so
You
I
were right the first time.
Oh, what? Damaris.
Yeah. Damaris, yeah.
She has interesting perspective, push back when needed, comes across as honest and caring, shares enough of her personal life, no clit writing. Okay, I think he likes her. And doesn't come across as being afraid of the host. Big plus.
100%.
She's very consistent too. Can't think of one B mic in the pod space y'all cover that has all
I think,
of that.
Yeah, and honestly, I think I can't remember if I heard Danny sum her up, but I think Danny said, somebody said this, y'all claim it if it was you, that Damaris is actually the female voice that every podcast is looking for. And I will say that every time I have seen a clip with her, she going at it. She's either going at it, she's like, it's always right. You know, it's always like, when I see the clips with her being like an active member of that clip, it doesn't feel like, why is she here? It never feels like that.
I've never once gone like, damn, she need to shut up.
Exactly.
I've never said
exactly. And even when
That's important.
And even when it is like a damn, you need to shut up, it's like it all makes sense in this verbal exchange
In the
almost to where
context,
it doesn't come off to where it's like, I wish you would shut the fuck up.
It's not a real shut the fuck up.
Exactly. It's a shut the fuck up because I'm not with you on this point.
Yeah.
But it's not bad in the overall context of it. So I will say that. But yeah, I think that is a decent way. And I can only go off that
And I feel
based
like,
off clips that I've seen because y'all know I don't watch the full thing.
But is she a B mic?
Yeah, she's probably a C mic.
Yeah, because when it's those
Because
dual, when it's those
that's
dual,
a real specific position.
it is, and when it's those dual podcasts, when it's those when it's just two people, nigga, who the fuck is B? You know what I'm saying? It's two A's in my mind.
It doesn't
Like Schultz and Andrew. It's two A's.
Well,
Who's
it depends on the
It
dynamic.
depends on
right?
the dynamic.
It depends on the
Yeah.
dynamic. Because like, I do understand though. But maybe that goes to show how good she is that they're considering her a B mic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Because in the Joe Budden podcast, it doesn't seem like everybody can be a B.
everybody's an A. Everybody's like,
Well, no,
But-
in the Joe Budden podcast, he's A, but everybody else will be B.
Right.
And then the person who speaks the least would automatically be C or D or whatever like that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
how do you even? We don't never talk about. We don't never talk past more than A and B. Y'all notice? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, because it really
it'd be
don't-
four niggas.
the
and
A and B mic, I think it's just classification.
Yeah.
A more broad classification of just like who's talking first in most cases. And she's talking
Or the
usually,
most.
And
No clit riding is hilarious.
yeah, no clip.
No clit riding is gay.
But she's a woman though.
No, I'm saying it's gay. Like, why wouldn't you want to ride a clit?
Oh yeah. Nah.
How big is that clit? That shit is protruding. That shit is like,
That's crazy.
It looks like it's questioning.
yeah,
It's a moose knuckle.
it's a question mark. But and it's crazy because Demarius, she usually doesn't get brought up in these conversations, probably because Rory and Mal isn't like as big as like these other platforms like Brilliant Idiots, where Taylor is, where Nyla is.
I don't know if she's loved within the fan base of Rory and Mal. I assume she is, honestly. I don't know though.
It sounds like it.
I think she gets love from most. I remember one day I was listening to Rory and Mal, and I saw a lot of like, ooh, Demarius look good. Like, I'd fuck Demarius. Woo, woo, woo.
Yeah, but that's different because they say that about Taylor every time she pops out. But then when they hear her on the podcast, it's not the most. It's not
But Demarius
complimentary.
is different. They want to bang and listen to her. So it's like
she's the woman podcaster.
She's literally the
we've all been waiting for.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Makes sense.
Maybe I'll tune in for that black woman.
Yeah, you will
Yeah.
for that black queen.
Can you not say it like black?
Yeah, I'm about to say, don't say it like you were elected.
I was trying to do it like how he does it.
Oh yeah, but
It
you
just
can't
can't
hate.
do it
You
like
can't hate
me,
women
man.
how he do, nigga. That take years of training.
Yeah,
That's a
nigga, that,
fact.
You gotta be
Oh,
hard.
God.
You gotta be hard.
you got to be 5 years old again, nigga.
Yeah, you're true. Yeah,
This is real history.
this is childhood. This is childhood
You
scars.
don't want to go down that low,
It's
nigga.
trauma, fam. You can't beat me, nigga.
Oh,
But
my
shout
God.
out Alexander Lilly.
Why do you always read the name? I feel like
Yo,
are you the
nigga,
only one to
we
do that?
have to read
Yes,
the
of
names.
course he is.
We have to read the names.
I'm never
bruh.
reading the name. They're on the screen.
No, it's just like a thing. Like your teacher saying your name when you got a question right. Like, good job, your name.
Nope, not me.
Y'all niggas don't know how to teach, man. Let me tell y'all how to teach. Shout out Alexander Lilly, hashtag office hours. Let me clarify. I was just saying not to talk through the problem on the mic. Oh, it's this nigga. So we don't hear the conversations over Tone and Jay buying time. Did not expect this to turn into a whole crazy thing.
Yeah, he did stuff.
Crazy how ready AJ was to toss the white man under the bus. Jesus, is that why he's the menace?
Yeah, that's exactly why.
You should see him on a basketball court.
AJ would throw a cat out the window if it means he's getting out this building.
Hell yeah.
He don't give a damn.
Nigga, what?
I have nothing to say. They can say it for me.
Yeah.
Nigga, your hoodie under the headphone says it all.
But nah, yeah, I completely agree. I concur.
Yeah, you didn't. He didn't say anything.
What?
That's that shit you be doing though.
What are you talking about, dog?
Hey, I'm just potting, nigga.
Oh man.
But nah, it wasn't really. It
wasn't that crazy.
It wasn't
Nah, it
really
wasn't.
crazy. Trust me.
The only reason it really
I feel like
took a
we've
turn-
had. I feel like we have worse ones.
It's about to
Yeah.
open
It
back
wasn't
up.
worse.
crazy.
No,
It
it's
was
not.
drawn
It's
out.
about to open back
Which
up.
No, it's not.
which
I'm
I
about to-
apologize.
No, I'm about to say that.
I can say.
The reason we even got off the topic was because Tone threw a lob up, and then it just turned into something else.
What live? I throw good lives.
Expose him, Lauren.
It's something like that. It was something like that. It was something like that.
I throw great lives.
You throw great lobs.
Yeah,
You throw
you're
good lobs.
you're playmaking in too many places. Like you know.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah.
I need to stop. Y'all niggas fumbling some of these passes.
That is not an innuendo. You're terrible at passing
It's
in
a
real life,
beautiful
nigga.
innuendo.
No, he's really good. I actually need to practice receiving the passes. Pause.
He's just not that good. The reason you can't receive them because they so low. I'm
No,
telling
they're
you.
pretty great niggas.
They're pretty great.
No, they're pretty great. I'm not gonna lie. They're pretty
fucking great.
Me and Nance have had full blown conversations. He was like, yo, if you just go where you're supposed to go in the structure of basketball, the ball ends up in your head. I don't know how it got there.
Y'all be ruining the passes.
That's true.
I give it to you exactly where you need
This shit do be showing up, bruh. If I roll, that ball is coming over somebody's shoulder.
It's gonna be there.
I haven't been on his team enough to know.
It's pretty crazy.
We haven't played together enough.
We haven't played as squads enough to know.
If you do what you're supposed to do, it's gonna come. It's coming.
He knows how to play.
Me and Nance have the best relationship with that because
y'all are still undefeated.
He knows where to move.
Yeah, y'all are still.
I don't
undefeated.
ever have to tell Nance where to be. Nance just goes.
Which we need to open that back up. Like we need to, because y'all are undefeated, which I didn't realize until we brought it up weeks ago on LOI. You had brought it up.
That me and Nance are undefeated
so far against everybody that y'all played, and it hadn't even been. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't even realize that. Like, these niggas need to lose now.
Yeah, that's easy.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was a thing.
It isn't that easy. We're honestly the best matchup.
Shut up.
I swear to God, I'm being dead ass.
All right.
The thing is, we balance each other out perfectly.
Okay.
Because he's not trying. You keep talking, and you should probably keep talking.
Okay.
Because then you'll eventually have to say your record.
I wasn't saying anything.
No,
that was him.
I'm not pointing at you. I'm pointing through you.
It's like,
They got nothing to do with me.
hit birds scream, nigga.
That birds get poked. But nah, me and Nance, we fuck up anybody.
Nigga, you and Nance.
2-on-2, me and Nance, we fuck up.
Oh, shout out to Nance, by the way. He's a white rapper in Raleigh. You could just type in Nance. He's a cool guy.
Right, facts.
You could just type in Nance. It'll work.
But
Dude, Nance raps. Nance raps.
Nance
So,
raps.
Drop graduation caps in his comment. So just fuck his, so he'll be like, oh, what the fuck is this?
Yeah,
confuse him. Yeah. He gonna be on the bike like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh man.
But I think that was the last one, right?
Yeah,
that was the last
yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you got to unmute.
Oh shit, that's on me.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It's been a beautiful episode. What else can we say? You know what I mean? Only thing that we must ask y'all to do, like the video, subscribe, comment down below your hashtag office hours, send them. If you do, if
If
you're
you
not,
do the voice one.
if you're not scared to,
Yeah.
but it doesn't have to be personal. But whatever y'all want, just send them.
If it is anonymous, just make sure you state that you don't want us to say your name.
Because you
okay?
having another baby on the side is a very important thing that we can't just be exposing out to the
And that's
world.
definitely something you need our advice on.
For sure.
Yeah, because
Duh.
we got
A
children.
room full of niggas with no kids.
yeah.
No hoes.
We're good at not having them.
Right.
But nah, man, appreciate y'all niggas, man. Like, subscribe. It's been good. It's been great. J Nobles.
Groove.
AJ the Menace.
White man behind the boards.
Yeah.
F Mac on the keyboards.
Still me.
And we out.